Continue to stay one game at a time, and just try to win one game at a time.
What are some of the ways that you guys can show that that relentlessness, that foot on the gas mentality here in the first quarter in a hostile environment, tough place to play?
I think just come out early and set the tone. Set the tone from the jump on the defensive side. Try not to let the crowd get into it. Try to get their main guys slowed down, and we'll put ourselves in a good position.
They have tinkered with a few things already in this series. They tried to play Edwards a little bit more off the ball last game. In the fourth quarter of last game, they went a little bit smaller. What are some of the things that you guys are doing to make sure that you're playing your brand defensively when they're mixing things up on offense?
We know that teams are going to mix stuff up. So we just got to make it hard for those guys. Like I said, the main guys, we got to make it challenging for them. They got to see a lot of bodies. We can't get tired out there. We just got to keep applying pressure, basically, and make the job hard.
There's a tactical side to all of this, but there's also just an energy and emotion side. You were able to provide such a great jolt in game one from an energy standpoint. When Mark Daigneault sends you into the game, does he say anything to you as you're approaching the scorer's table? Like, what's that conversation right there?
Yeah, he definitely does. He says, bring some energy, bring the game some energy, and that's what I try to do every time. Regardless if he says it or not, I know what my job is, and that's to bring energy and to lift the competitive spirit up for the group. So that's what I try to do.
Often when we talk about energy, it's defensive fueled, but offensively, you guys have to play with force especially against this team. They're long and physical. They are mixing and matching in some zone as well. That 1-2-2, it seemed like they're going with. What are some keys for you all offensively to make sure that you're continuing to get the types of looks that you got the last couple games?
Just keep trusting each other. Keep making the extra pass. Continue to play with force. We know that, they're going to come out super hungry, super aggressive, super physical this game. And we can't expect calls, we just got to come out and play like we're down 2-0.
You got to celebrate this week Shai Gilgeous-Alexander getting the MVP, J-Dub, our guy, and Lou Dort being named to all defensive teams. You all internally have celebrated those guys way before this, but what was that like to maybe see that external, validation to go along with what you guys have been, celebrating internally for a while?
Yeah, it's been great, man. It's been a true pleasure to play with those guys, to be able to come to work every day and be a part of those guys' journey, and to see them get rewarded, the accolades, and it makes you feel like you're a part of it, especially when you've been staying down with those guys for a while, for some years now. So when Shai won the MVP, it's kind of like I feel like I had a part to do with that. You know what I mean? When these guys win all defensive teams and all NBA, I feel like I got a part, and I know that not only I do, but the rest of the team does, and those guys make us feel good and make us feel like they wouldn't be here without us. So that's the main thing. We got a super tight group, and I'm super proud of those guys and the accomplishments that they're receiving.
Power of togetherness and continuity definitely showing up for this team. Good luck out there tonight in Game 3.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it.
That's Kenrich Williams. I'm Nick Gallo, and this is Thunder Basketball.
Concert information.
I got stolen by the
Crowder, Grace and Glory Tour. Featuring Crowder. Sunday night, October 26th in Oklahoma City at Paycom Center.
Looks like somebody
With special guest Passion Music, Louis Giglio, plus Carrie Job Carnes and Cody Carnes. Tickets and info available at awakeningfoundation.com. Crowder, Grace and Glory Tour. Presented by the Awakening Foundation, a nonprofit organization.
With just seconds on the clock, I'm chomping at the bit here, Frank.
I'm telling you, this is a moment in basketball history to really relish in.
Back at the offensive end, Ken Chupp musters up all his strength and squeezes down into the paint.
He breaks through the screen, posts up with buns out, catches the ball, and
Order up. And he's called for the double drizzle.
Dude, just get your hot dog and let's get back to our seats. Eat Schwab, the official hot dog of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Big win Lines are blooming across Riverwind Casino.
And the jackpots have never been sweeter.
Go all in on your favorite table games.
Hedge your bets on the biggest wins and unbeatable entertainment.
Use your wild card for the best perks and the top rewards.
And play for your share of the $100,000 Lucky May Days giveaway. Win with the best.
And we'll see you at Riverwind.
Taco Bueno is the official taco of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and we've got a win for your taste buds. We're celebrating every Thunder playoff game with a free taco the day after. That's right, a free taco. Just mention your Thunder taco and enjoy a crispy beef or soft taco on us. No coupon necessary. It's our way of saying thanks for cheering loudly. Celebrate the playoffs the Bueno way. Only at Taco Bueno.
This is the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network pregame show.
What time is it?
Now live from the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Here's the voice of the Thunder, Matt Pinto, now on the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network.
Decisive wins in the Western Conference Finals' first two games at home have presented the Thunder the opportunity to take a stranglehold on this best-of-7 series in Game 3 tonight in Minneapolis. Yes, the scene has shifted as the Timberwolves host Games 3 and 4 tonight and Monday, respectively. Minnesota gearing to fight to get back into this series. Will Oklahoma City be content to be up 2-0 entering Game 3 tonight? Or will this team show the extraordinary competitiveness it has all season long to get Game 3? The answer's ahead. Good evening, welcome to Oklahoma City Thunder Western Conference Finals playoff basketball. I'm Matt Pinto above courtside at the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota with the play-by-play call. Round 3, Game 3. So glad you're with us on this Saturday night. The top-seeded Thunder have been really impressive in handling home court business in this Western Conference Final Series with back-to-back victories by an average of 20.5 points per game. Game 1 won 114-88. Thursday's Game 2 118-103. In both, OKC has hit 50% of its overall shots offensively, scoring at high volume inside and from two-point range in general as a result of relentless shot making from MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams, who have both been dominant in their own way, each honored yesterday as All-NBA standouts. SGA earned his third consecutive first-team All-NBA selection. J-Dub named third-team All-NBA. The two have been averaging 57 points per game, generating 64 points in Game 2's outstanding victory. Meanwhile, the Thunder defense, after scoring 31 points off of 19 turnovers forced in Game 1, poured in 22 off of 14 takeaways Thursday in Game 2. The D has held Minnesota to 95.5 points per game, 38% field goal shooting, 28% on threes, and only 19 assists per thus far. Julius Randle was held to 6 points on 2 of 11 shooting in Game 2, benched in the fourth quarter by Minnesota. Key sub Naz Reid is yet to make a three-pointer in this series. He's 0 of 12. The Timberwolves figure on their home floor to shoot better tonight against the Thunder, but OKC's dominant third quarters may be an issue for the Wolves again. The Thunder have outscored the Timberwolves by an average of 14 points per game in the third quarter thus far in this series, generating runs that Chris Finch said before the game, we've got to avoid those 5-minute meltdowns we've had in the first two games. Thunder lead 2 victories to none. They've never lost a best-of-7 series when they've been in that situation historically. For the Wolves, they're 4-1 at home in the playoffs this season, but they have never, in their history, won when down 0-2. History aside, Thunder want to go out and attack this challenge and this opportunity in Game 3 on the road at the Target Center in Minneapolis, where they split 2 during the regular season. And OKC knows if it can begin to knock down some threes itself, 32% efficient, that's it, thus far in their playoff run, versus 37% during the regular season. It'll go a long way to putting them in position to taking Game 3 tonight in Minneapolis. Head coach Mark Daigneault lays out what else it's going to take next on the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network.
If you've been injured in a car accident and need the concierge medical care you deserve, then you need Impact MD Accident Care. We'll get you back to the life you had before the accident with no out-of-pocket expense to you. And with 6 locations across OKC and statewide, there's bound to be an Impact MD near you. Call us anytime 24/7 at 405-483-3075 or visit ImpactMD.com. Impact MD is a proud partner of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Fridays don't start till Taco Mayo says so. Meet the new steak fajita empanada, loaded with tender sirloin steak, grilled onions and bell peppers, cheddar jack cheese, and signature Chipotle Ranch handmade and cooked fresh to order. And every Friday, make an item fajita style and crank up the flavor like never before. It's Fajita Fridays, only at Taco Mayo. Oklahoma owned, Oklahoma proud. Eat local.
It's time to find out what's on the mind of the Thunder head coach. Here's the voice of the Thunder, Matt Pinto, on the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network.
Thunder lead the best of 7 Western Conference Finals, 2 victories to none. Hit their first road test of this series against Timberwolves in Minneapolis at the Target Center tonight. We're joined by head coach Mark Daigneault in advance of that. And Mark, you guys took care of your home business, did so pretty emphatically, winning both games decisively. What did you most like about what you've seen from your team thus far in this series?
I thought the execution of the game plan to start and then the execution against some of their layers was really, really good and made things difficult on them. It's easier said than done. You really got to earn it. But I thought on both ends of the floor, in Game 1, we established a good baseline. In Game 2, we improved as they tried to evolve. And so we've just got to continue to do that as we navigate the series.
It seemed you were supremely ready when they went zone, and you really attacked it, got really good shots. Caruso a couple of times with Rudy Gobert in that deep drop coverage made easy ones. Are you encouraged by that? Do you expect them to tighten their zone, or what are you looking at in anticipation?
Hard to know what they're going to do. They threw a lot at us in Game 2, but, we just played basically 7 games of zone offense against Denver, and so we're a lot better zone offensive team as a result of that than we were at the beginning of that series. And so that was good, but, they did a lot of trapping late in the game and flew around a little bit. We've got to be ready for anything.
J-Dub has been exceptional. The 2 games in this series has been turnoverless through 2, scoring the ball at a high rate, playing with great confidence. He had a moment in the Denver series, Mark, where you look at a young player and say, kind of could go either way. I know you expected him to rise and respond. He certainly has. How pleased are you at that? And how impactful is that for your team?
It's definitely impactful, but what's impactful is all the things he does, irrespective of his shooting. He doesn't always shoot it great, and no player does, but he always plays hard. He always brings tremendous defensive versatility. He always plays a predictable floor game with his passing, running, cutting, and when he scores, obviously, he's elite. But when he doesn't, he still provides a lot of value for us, and that's what makes him special as a player.
I want to get your comment on him being named third-team All-NBA, Shea for a third straight year, first-team All-NBA, reflective again of team success, but just how happy are you for those 2 guys being recognized?
Yeah, thrilled. Every time a team has success like this in the regular season, it's good to have individual guys recognized for that because it shows it's an acknowledgement of the team's success. And Dub in particular has really had an unbelievable trajectory in a short period of time. He's only a third-year player, but he's shown continual growth and improvement because he works really hard. He's very accountable, and he grows through all of his experiences. He's had a lot of different experiences in a short period of time, and so if he sticks to that process, he's going to continue to improve.
Julius Randle got off to an exceptional shooting start in this series in the first half of Game 1. Since that time, it seems you've had some things you've thrown at him that have kept him a little mystified, not really in flow. Scored only 6 points, didn't play the fourth quarter in Game 2. Do you anticipate him being heavily loaded to start this game to get in a flow by Minnesota?
Hard to know, but he obviously was a huge part of their success in getting to this point. So, he's certainly not a guy that they're going to make a habit of abandoning. Because of that, he's shown that he can be an X factor for them with the scoring and the isolation play. And so we've got to be ready for all of their best punches tonight. They're coming home down 0-2, and we know that they're going to really try to throw a haymaker.
You're 3-2 on the road thus far in the playoffs. This is a different animal, as you said, the Western Finals, and they're playing with desperation tonight. Given that, what's important for you guys through the stages of this third game on the road?
Matching their energy. They're going to have the wind at their back at home energetically with their running, with their offensive rebounding, with their defensive pressure. That stuff I would anticipate to tick up, and you've got to meet and exceed that force to win the game, and that's our challenge. It's going to take great mental toughness and physical exertion.
I'm curious from your perspective thus far at 2 games in, are you good with the shots they're getting against your defense? You're living with it, you're really holding them down, and are you good with the shots you're getting in general on the offensive end?
Generally, yeah. Not on every possession, but to answer both questions. But it's really, to me, about rhythm, and it's about assertiveness. And we know we're going to give up good shots. They're a really good team, but we want those good shots to be on our terms on the possessions that they are. We don't want them to feel like they can easily navigate our defense on most possessions. And then offensively, it's the opposite. We want to be in some flow and in some rhythm and, have a nice blend, which I think we've done a decent job of in the series so far.
So final question, how do you guard against any level of complacency up 2-0 in a best of 7?
I don't know. That's our challenge tonight. We got to go out there and compete, and the better team's going to win tonight. And if we want that to be us, then we really got to bring it because we know they're going to.
Good luck in this one, Coach.
Thanks, man.
It's Mark Dagnall, the Thunder and the Wolves, coming up from Minneapolis. Game 3 of this best of 7 Western Final. With the starting lineups next, this is Thunder basketball.
Thunder fans, the Thunder are playing excellent basketball, and MidFirst Bank has a great way for you to show our All-Stars your support. Score $200 and a Thunder or Rumble debit card when you open a new MidFirst checking account. Use your $200 to buy fan gear or MVP-worthy apparel. Bank like a champion with the official bank of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Learn more today at midfirst.com/thunderup. Member FDIC.
Thunder basketball is sponsored by Devon Energy. Commitment runs deep. And MidFirst Bank, the official bank of the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's game time. Now the voice of the Thunder, Matt Pinto, brings you the starting lineups. Sponsored by Kia, movement that inspires. This is Oklahoma City Thunder basketball on the Oklahoma City Thunder radio network.
Well, the Timberwolves were dominant in ending the seasons of the Lakers in round 1, 4-1. The Warriors in the Western semifinals, 4 victories to 1. Have they met their match in this Western final against the Thunder? Early indications would indicate so, as they're down 0-2 playing game 3 in their building tonight. But they want to shift that narrative here. They're 4-1 at home in their postseason run under the guidance of their 5th-year head coach, Chris Finch. He's 28-21 thus far in the Wolves' 4th consecutive postseason appearance, their 2nd straight in the Western Finals. They lost in 5 games a year ago to Dallas, losing both of the first 2 in that series at home. They'll start the veteran, Mike Conley, at the point, a one-time All-Star at 6 feet, 175 in his 18th year from Ohio State, averaging 6.5 points, 4 assists thus far in the playoffs. During this series, he's made 3 of 14 shots, but he is plus 19 in his minutes on the court. 3-time All-Star Anthony Edwards, a second-team All-NBA selection a day ago. The second such honor for him goes at the shooting guard. Edwards, 6'4", 225, a 5th-year pro from Georgia, averaging 26 points in the playoffs, 8 rebounds, 6 assists in this series, averaging 25 on 43% shooting. Small forward is Jaden McDaniels at 6'9", 185. He fouled out of game 1 but had 22 points in game 2. He's a 5th-year man from Washington, averaging 15 points thus far in postseason with 6 rebounds. 3-time All-Star Julius Randle at the power forward at 6'9", 250. An 11-year pro from Kentucky, averaging just under 23 points in the playoffs on 50% shooting, 6 rebounds in this series, 17 points per on 45% accuracy, a playoff low 6 points in game 2. Manning the middle, 7-time All-Star and 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert for the Timberwolves at 7'1", 258. In his 12th season from France, averaging 8 points, 9 rebounds, and 1.3 blocks thus far in the playoffs. Now it's time for you to meet the Game 3 starters for the Thunder on the road in Minneapolis.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, number 2, point guard, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Shai, grinding left now. Steps away, fires an off-balance one-legged 13-foot jumper. It goes, and he's hacked in the yak by McDaniels. Gilgeous-Alexander played the role of Houdini.
Jalen Williams, number 8, small forward for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Dub has it. Down the lane in transition, blows by Randall, thumps the 2-hand send down.
Dort, number 5, guard, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Dort tees up a rainbow 3 that's up and in. Cha-ching, a Thunder money ball. Lou comes through.
Isaiah Hartenstein, 55, center, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Hasten lobbing. Hartenstein gathers, thumps. A 2-hand rim rocker. OKC from 8 down to within 2.
Holmgren, number 7, athlete, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Sends it to the rim and misses, but Holmgren's there to bat in that follow. As Shai set him up, drawing 2 defenders.
This is Mark Dagnall, and we are the Oklahoma City Thunder.
So the Thunder 3-2 on the road thus far in postseason. They were a dominant 32-8 road team in the regular campaign, but the playoffs are a totally different animal. John Goebel, Josh Tiven, and Curtis Blair blow the whistles tonight. Gediminas Petritis on hand just in case his services are needed. Thunderclad in road white tonight. Oklahoma blue numerals and letters trimmed in orange, yellow, and navy blue. They'll move right to left, Crusher Radio dial this first half. Shooting at the basket to my left at Target Center in Minneapolis. The Wolves are in navy blue background uniforms for the first time in this series, with Minnesota across the chest in white. Their numbers in white as well with green trim as they head out of their huddle and come towards center court. Same starting fives both ways. Minnesota 4-1 at home in the playoffs, beating teams by an average of 8 a game. Twice they've held the opposition under 100. Defensively, 3 times at 104 or less, and they've scored 116 plus in 4 of 5, including making 62+% of their field goal tries in the clincher against Golden State in the Western Semifinals Game 5 not long ago at 121-110, the victory. Holmgren and Gobert will jump center. John Goebel, the crew chief of this 3-person refereeing triumvirate, will toss it up as they're on their feet at the Target Center in Minneapolis in anticipation of Game 3 of the Western Finals. Goebel in the center circle, both guys in the crouch, ball in the air, and Chet back taps effectively to J-Dub. So the Thunder have the ball to begin the game. They'll have it to begin the fourth quarter by rule as well, as Dub holds at the Wolves logo. Right wing Holmgren, slashing left, lobbing to Hartenstein for the dunk. Oh, gorgeous start. High handoff, big to big, as Ihart brings a sinister slam down on the Wolves' head for a 2-0 lead. Conley feeds a high post right to Randall. On the dribble weave to Edwards, swooping left, pulls up, fires. The angle left three-pointer is on the way, no good. Holmgren tips the rebound, and Hartenstein saves it from going out of bounds. Shea fed in the backcourt, gets his first touch of Game 3. Weaving left wing, off the stutter step on McDaniels, isolated. Randall shows a shadow double, 12 to shoot. Basket cutting across the lane is Hartenstein for a floating 10-footer that he nails, so he scored the first 2 buckets for the Thunder in Game 3. Excellent assist by SGA, sizing things up. It's 4-0 Thunder a minute in. Edwards slashing and kicking left baseline to Conley, slicing into the paint. Dishes to Gobert, stripped by Holmgren. Chet has the loose ball, giving to SGA. Shea dribbling head up, bounce feeds in front of the pack to Hartenstein. Whips it left corner to Dub. He wants 3 from the corner, can't get any. He missed it short. Edwards clears. Thunder not shooting the 3 well in this series or in the playoffs in general. Randall slashing left on Dub, spins right into the paint, jump stops and fades. His 13-foot jumper's a beauty. Got in rhythm there off the bounce and puts the Timberwolves on the board in a 4-2 game, 1:20 in. He wants to play with more pace and get in motion, is what he said before Game 3, Randall. Shea drives right, jump passes right corner to Dub. Straight away, Hartenstein fed with 10 to shoot. Ihart bounce feeds down the lane to Dub. Left corner kicks to Dort, sets his feet, squares his shoulders, and rips the cords for 3, but it's negated. He was out of bounds. That's a focus turnover, or lack of focus. And Minnesota gets it back off the first giveaway for the Thunder. T-Wolves have one as well early in Game 3. 4-2 Oklahoma City. A 2 of 3 shooting start with that giveaway. And they've got a pair of assists. Minnesota in attack mode. Conley has it. Randall steps out front. Holding slot right as Edwards cuts. Now Randall guarded by Dort on a switch. Backing down mid-post. Spins and fades. The baseline rainbow 21-foot jumper is good. He scored the first 2 buckets for the Wolves, not surprisingly, looking to get him going early in Game 3. It's deadlocked at 4. Shea, guarded by McDaniel, slashes left, jump passes, left corner to Dort. Catch and shoot rainbow 3 is online, in and out, no good. Randall's got the miss as the Timberwolves seek their first lead of Game 3. Julius at 6'9", back of a Gobert pick. Grinding right on Dub behind the back dribbles. He's at the foul line. Ball pawed away. Randall got it back, spins and fades. His 16-foot rainbow is going to be an air ball. Comes down out of bounds, untouched, as Dort did a good job fending off Edwards from going for it. So clearly the immediate thrust for the Wolves is get Randall off and get him going. Gilgeous-Alexander across the timeline, giving to Dub. Dub guarded by Edwards, throws it away. Just a horrible telegraph pass. Gobert steals it. Edwards left baseline, floats it up on the run and banks in a 15-footer left baseline. 6-4 Wolves. Thunder with a couple of really bad turnovers early on in Game 4. Dub picked up by Edwards, feeds Hartenstein at the logo. Back to Jalen Williams between the rings. Bounce feeds to Shea up the left sideline. Gilgeous-Alexander at 35 feet from the bucket, 10 to shoot. Dancing. Shuttles, pump fakes, gives it up to Dub straightaway, 4 to shoot. Spinning on Edwards, 3 to shoot. Corner right, Holmgren gathers and fires a 3 that's not close. McDaniels has the miss. High strides across the timeline to the baseline on Shea, crosses him over. Pulls up in the paint. Sends a 10-foot jumper up and in, and Minnesota leads 8-4, having run off 8 straight. 8:45 left in the opening quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander yet to strike. Back of a pick by Holmgren. One-on-one on McDaniels, kicks to Chet, wide open, snaps off an angle left three-pointer that's in there. Cha-ching Thunder money ball. OKC makes its first tray tonight, and Chet Holmgren has scored it well. 31 from the fourth quarter through game 2, fourth quarter of game 1. Conley misses an angle left three for the Wolves in an 8-7 game as Hartenstein peels his second rebound off the iron. Dub, top of the key, pulls up, pops, unguarded three-pointer straight away, won't drop, long rebound, tumbles out, Conley runs it down. Thunder are 1 of 5 on threes. Conley, right wing to the trailing Edwards, back to Conley. Slashing left in lane, shovel feeds Randall. Catch and shoot rainbow three is off. Loose ball fought for, Dub sails inside and gathers it. 7:55 left in the first. Dort fed wide right, pump fakes a three, won't shoot it. Back to Shea. Shea navigates to the foul line, bounce feeds to Hartenstein in traffic. Loses the ball out of bounds. That's the Thunder's third turnover. They're not sharp offensively right now at all. 1 of 5 from 3, 3 of 7 shooting with 3 giveaways for 4 Timberwolves points. 7:45 left in the first. Minnesota 4 of 9 to start, 0 of 3 from 3 themselves. In an 8-7 game, the home team up. Edwards wide open, strokes a left wing three-pointer that's perfect, unguarded. Conley found him, and Ant finds the bottom. He's got 5. 11-7 Minnesota, matching their largest lead as Shea grinds right of the paint, wraps around the feet to Hartenstein for a floating 13-foot push shot that's off. Long rebound tipped out into the backcourt. Dub beat to the ball by Edwards, gliding inside for the two-hand dunk. So Minnesota's come with thrust and leads 13-7 on a 6 of 11 shooting start. Shea yet to take a shot, working between the rings. McDaniels on him. Angles left, swoops right at Stepan Gobert, spins in the layup. Well done by Shea, ducking inside of the traffic. He's on the board. It's 13-9 Minnesota. Conley picked up by Holmgren in transition, gives to Edwards. Swooping left on the perimeter, bounce feeds to Gobert, grinding down the lane, blows a layup. Holmgren a good contest. Dub has the rebound, giving to SJ. Thunder down 4. Shea navigates, kicks corner right to Dort, back sideline to Dub. Challenged by Gobert, right corner to Dort, dumps it low to Holmgren. Guarded by Conley, pushed out of bounds almost. Kicks the ball to Shea, pump faking away from Gobert, glides the lane, lays it up left-handed, overshoots the rim, knocked down by Randall, no whistle. Randall's got the loose ball. Out ahead to Ant. Crowded by Dub, the Wolves have yet to give it up. It's a 13-3 Minnesota push. Randall top of the key, driving. Backing down Shea, who strips him of the ball. Randall got it back. Swallowed up by 3 defenders. Kicks out of a double to Conley for an angle left three-pointer that's no good. Holmgren loses the rebound, battle to Gobert, and then he's called for a loose ball foul. That's the Thunder's first team foul. 6:14 left in the first. Minnesota 13, OKC 9. Neither side shooting the three well, both 1 of 5, but the Timberwolves have gotten up 3 more shots than the Thunder and taken the ball away 3 times for 7 points. There's the separator thus far in game 3. The timeout that's been called will take. This is Thunder basketball.
Devon Energy and the Oklahoma City Thunder have launched Devon Sports Lab, a STEM-based program designed to help students improve their game and become excited about STEM through the science behind basketball drills. Our goal is for students to discover how to improve their athletic performance with a better understanding of fundamental science and math concepts. If you have a student in elementary or middle school, visit www.okcthunder.com/sportslab to learn more.
Taco Bueno is the official taco of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and we've got a win for your taste buds. We're celebrating every Thunder playoff game with a free taco the day after. That's right, a free taco. Just mention your Thunder taco and enjoy a crispy beef or soft taco on us. No coupon necessary. It's our way of saying thanks for cheering loudly. Celebrate the playoffs the Bueno way. Only at Taco Bueno.
Whether watching your favorite team play or getting through the day, clear vision is important. For 50 years, the doctors at the nationally ranked Dean McGee Eye Institute have been committed to helping Oklahomans achieve their best possible vision. From regular eye exams to LASIK to cataract surgery, Dean McGee is the one source for all your eye care needs. So let the professional eye care provider of the OKC Thunder help you see more clearly. For an appointment at one of Dean McGee's 5 locations, visit dmei.org. Dean McGee Eye Institute. Vision for life.
With Mazzio's Mix and Maz, it's easy to get the things you love for the price you like. Choose from medium one-topping pizzas, 8-piece boneless chicken wings, loaded cheese dippers, fresh chef salad, and the delicious brookie dessert. Pay just $7.99 each when you buy 2 or more. Pizza, chicken wings, salad, cheese dippers, and dessert. Mix and Maz your way to your favorite flavor combo today. Just $7.99 each at participating locations and for a limited time only. Order now at Mazzios.com.
Welcome back. One of the strengths of this series has been Oklahoma City forcing Minnesota turnovers. So far in this game, though, Oklahoma City a -3 in that category as they've given the ball away 3 times. Minnesota has been able to score 7 points off of those OKC giveaways. Back to Minnesota. Here's Matt Pinto.
Getting you thanks. Looking for a place to watch Thunder playoff games with even more opportunities to watch with us? The game's always on at Thunder Watch Zones presented by Michelob Ultra. Find a watch zone near you at okcthunder.com/bar network. Well, not like the Timberwolves' excessive energy was not anticipated. The Thunder knew it was coming. They have not handled it particularly well early with 3 turnovers for 7 Minnesota points. And the Timberwolves, who have been on the short end of the stick in the paint 2 games into the series, are on the plus side 8-6 early on as Ant has 7. Julius Randle 4. Thunder have yet to get it going from 3-point range. Isaiah Hartenstein scored their first 4 points. Thunder are 4 of 10 shooting, 1 of 5 from 3-point distance to begin game 3. 6:14 left, opening quarter. J-Dubs had 2 good looks from 3. He's been unable to connect on either of those. And Shea's taken only 2 shots, both layups. He missed 1 of those 2. 14 on the shot clock for the Timberwolves as Cason Wallace checks in, joining J-Dub, Lou Dort, SJ, and Isaiah Hartenstein. It's Dante DiVincenzo getting an early look for the Wolves. He's not played well in the series thus far, joining Randall, Edwards, McDaniels, and Gobert. DiVincenzo gets it into Edwards. Operating backward pick by Gobert. Fires an angle right 3 that is in a vacant lot. He knocks it down. Top of the key screen, rubbed off Dort, and Edwards has 10 early points on 4 of 5 shooting. Wolves by 7. Dort, ball knocked away by Edwards, who knocks down Dort without repercussion, takes it the other way and dunks. That's 4 Thunder turnovers for 9 Minnesota points. And quickly the Wolves doubling the Thunder, 18-9 as Edwards puts his imprint on game 3 with a dozen. Dort between the rings. On the dribble weave, Hartenstein. Chased all the way to midcourt by Gobert. Giving to Shea. Shea straightens up, fires it for 3 straight away, not close. 1 of 6 on 3s for the Thunder to begin the game. Minnesota on a 10-2 run. DiVincenzo clears as Edwards grinds, pulls up, bounce feeds to Gobert, is knocked down and fouled by Hartenstein for the Thunder's second team foul. Minnesota's yet to have a foul called against them. Side out Wolves as Minnesota has taken the fight to the Thunder thus far, and OKC has not been equal to it yet. 16 to shoot, 5:26 left in the first. Timberwolves up 18-9 as Naz Reid checks in, sitting down Rudy Gobert. Alex Caruso checks in for the Thunder, replacing Lou Dort. It's Shea, J-Dub, Caruso, Wallace, and Hartenstein for OKC. DiVincenzo, the trigger man, gets it into Edwards, chased to midcourt by Wallace. Holds on his right hip. 12 to shoot, gets a Randall pick. Jump passing to Julius up top. Wallace on him now. Pop the ball away. Randall goes back and get it. 5 to shoot. Grinding the lane. Kicks left corner. DiVincenzo wide open. Strokes a 3-pointer and hits it. Minnesota's made 3 of 7 threes and leads 21-9. Timeout Thunder. 5:11 left in the first. This is Thunder basketball.
Taco Bueno is the official taco of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and we've got a win for your taste buds. We're celebrating every Thunder playoff game with a free taco the day after. That's right, a free taco. Just mention your Thunder taco and enjoy a crispy beef or soft taco on us. No coupon necessary. It's our way of saying thanks for cheering loudly. Celebrate the playoffs the Bueno way. Only at Taco Bueno.
Whether watching your favorite team play or getting through the day, clear vision is important. For 50 years, the doctors at the nationally ranked Dean McGee Eye Institute have been committed to helping Oklahomans achieve their best possible vision. From regular eye exams to LASIK to cataract surgery, Dean McGee is the one source for all your eye care needs. So let the professional eye care provider of the OKC Thunder help you see more clearly. For an appointment at one of Dean McGee's 5 locations, visit dmei.org. Dean McGee Eye Institute. Vision for life.
What if you could make your energy dollars go further this summer? Switch to OG&E Smart Hours and pay nearly half price for electricity for 19 hours every weekday and all weekend long. So go ahead, bake an extra batch, stream another episode, and make your evenings cooler. Just switch your energy use to the 19 daily Smart Hours to help the grid, the environment, and your wallet. Sign up today to receive nearly half-priced electricity at oge.com/smart hours.
Big wins are blooming across Riverwind Casino. And the jackpots have never been sweeter.
Go all in on your favorite table games.
Hedge your bets on the biggest wins and unbeatable entertainment.
Use your wild card for the best perks and the top rewards.
And play for your share of the $100,000 Lucky May Days giveaway. Win with the best.
And we'll see you at Riverwind.
KWPN, more WWLS, The Village, Oklahoma City, proudly serving the great state of Oklahoma. A Cumulus media station.
Welcome back. In the Eastern Conference Finals, the Indiana Pacers have taken a 2-0 lead over New York, winning both games on the road, including last night's 114-109 win. Pascal Siakam led the way with 39 points, while Jalen Brunson scored 36 in a losing effort. The Pacers are having a top 20 shooting percentage playoff run all time. Game 3 is at Indiana tomorrow. Here's Matt Pinto.
Thanks to our fans and a generous donation from OG&E, the playoffs raffle raised over $65,000 for the Thunder Community Foundation. Deborah L. won 4 club-level tickets to Game 2 of the Western Final. Thank you, OG&E, for energizing the Foundation's mission to positively impact youth in the communities where they live and play. Learn more at okcthunder.com/communityfoundation. Well, the Thunder gave the ball up a total of 6 times, 6 turnovers the entire game in Game 2. They've coughed it up 4 times already in Game 3. Through the first less than 7 minutes, and those have accounted for 9 Minnesota points. Timberwolves on a brusque 13-2 run. They could not have asked for a better start at home to carve their way back into this series as they lead at 21-9. Thunder yet to get going offensively, 4 of 11, 1 of 6 on threes with 4 giveaways. They've not taken it away a single time from the Wolves, and Anthony Edwards has a dozen of Minnesota's 21 points. Cason Wallace pressed full court by DiVincenzo. Navigates up the right side to activate the attack with Caruso, SGA, Hartenstein, and Dub out there with him. Wallace on the dribble weave to Dub. Slicing left, contained by Randall. Slot right to Wallace. Drives inside of Randall, dishes inside to Hartenstein, who missed an alley-oop dunk. He wanted a foul call, no whistle. This crew is awful. An awful officiating crew assigned to this game. Randall at midcourt. Caruso beaten off the dribble. Edwards attacking Wallace, gives to Reed behind the back dribbling as Caruso's called for a reach-in foul. It'll be the Thunder's 3rd team foul. The Wolves have yet to commit to one. 4:36 left in the first. Caruso fouled out of Game 2 and wonders what he did there. Ihart got hit on the left arm by Reed going up. That's why he missed that dunk on the alley-oop without repercussions. DiVincenzo will inbound near sideline. Minnesota playing a perfect initial 7.5 minutes, up 21-9. DiVincenzo out front, surveys and gives to Edwards. Edwards gets a Randall pick. Ball comes back to Edwards, left wing. Pump fakes and fires a wing 3-pointer that's on the way. Aaron, he was wide open as Hartenstein fell. Gilgeous-Alexander clears. Shea across the timeline, back of a Wallace pick. Dancing on McDaniels, left baseline fires a fadeaway 16-foot jumper that's short. He was double teamed. Edwards has the miss, 1 and done for the Thunder, who've made 4 of 13 shots. Reed looking to Randall, fronted by Wallace. Back out front, Edwards swooping to the right wing, guarded by Hartenstein on a switch, dancing, crossing over, retreating, 10 to shoot. Comes to the top of the key, spins, gives it to left wing to Reed for a long 3-pointer that's up and good. So Reed makes his first 3 of the series. Minnesota splashed 5 threes in the quarter. Thunder scoreless last 3:15, down 24-9, 15-point deficit. SGA top of the key, grinding right, kicks it out right wing to Dub, slashing left on Edwards. Retreats, Randall on him on a switch, gives it up right corner Caruso, catch and shoot rainbow 3 is on the way, no good. Hartenstein fights for the rebound. We have a loose ball foul coming on the Timberwolves in the scrum for the change. It'll be their first team foul of Game 3. It's number 1 on McDaniels. 24-9 Timberwolves in Game 3. They've come with force. It was expected. And OKC has not had really any answers thus far. 4 turnovers for 9 points, not turning the Wolves over yet. Allowing 4 threes in the first quarter while making 1 themselves. Shea has it inbound. He's 1 of 4 shooting himself. Swooping left on Gobert, pump fakes. Gives it up on the wing to Caruso. Slashing inside to Reed, lays it up on the run, no good. As Reed blocked the shot, DiVincenzo's got the loose ball. The Thunder drought continues. DiVincenzo spurts along the left sideline. Harris by Wallace, retreats. Tried to lob to the wing to Reed. It's popped out of bounds by Kaysen with 3:11 left. And what has been a rough start to game 3 for the Thunder, down 24-9. DiVincenzo will trigger. Nickeil Alexander-Walker in, joining Reed, Gobert, Edwards, and DiVincenzo. Gobert lifted high right handles. Holmgren on him, giving to Edwards. Swooping top of the key for an open 3 that's online, tumbling short. Holmgren gathers his second rebound. Minneapolis native gives to SGA crossing the timeline, guarded by Alexander-Walker. Stutter steps. Pulls up, pump fakes, won't shoot. Giving to Isaiah Joes, checked in left wing. Out front to Shea, bad pass. Thrown by Caruso, knocked out of bounds by Alexander-Walker. Minnesota much more assertive in its defensive pressure, and Oklahoma City's not handling it well early in game 3. Thunder missed 6 straight shots as well. 4 of 16 shooting, 15 shooting, 26%. SGA on the handle between the rings, booed, draws a double, and allows the ball to go to Gobert. He's in the open court. Shea strips him and fouls him, going the other way. Well, Thunder have got to find a way to wake up, because right now they're not in this game. Shea allowed Gobert just to reach in and take the ball from him on a double team, crossing the timeline. 24-9 Wolves as Gobert, scoreless thus far in game 3, goes to the stripe. That's the 5th Thunder turnover in this first quarter with 2:41 left. Timberwolves, playing with blood in their eyes and in absolute attack mode, have made 53% of their shots. Thunder at 26% shooting and 1 of 7 from 3, getting up 4 fewer shots than Minnesota early in game 3. Gobert with the first foul shot, nails it. So the difference is 16 points. Timberwolves up 25-9. The T-Wolves bidding to break through in this series after losing the first 2 games by an average of 20.5 points per. 26 in game 1, 15 in game 2. Gobert, a 55% free throw shooter, misses the second. Edwards has the rebound. He outfought Shea for it. Near midcourt, DiVincenzo. The Wolves get a second crack, up 16. Reed steps out front to screen for Edwards, who swoops to the wing, loses the ball in the lane, stripped by Holmgren. Joe's got it up the left side, draws 2 defenders. To the trailing Caruso, right corner Wallace. Grinds away from Gobert, sets up Caruso for a 3 straight away. It's online and in there. Cha-ching, a Thunder money ball. The bleeding is stopped on the Caruso tray. Timeout Minnesota in a 25-12 game with 2:16 left in quarter number 1. We'll take time. OKC is in comeback mode in game 3, down by 13. This is Thunder basketball.
Dive into the excitement where the spirit of Thunder basketball meets classic diner delights at Boomerang Diner. On Mondays, start off the week with a winning deal. Grab a mouth-watering burger for half the price. On Fridays, feast on all-you-can-eat fish and make your Fridays truly memorable. And no matter the quarter, it's always breakfast time at Boomerang. Pancakes, eggs, and more, served all day, every day. Fuel up like a champ today. Boomerang Diner. It all starts here.
The Timberwolves 17-5 run over a 5-minute, 13-second clip established a 16-point lead for them, but a 3 by Caruso has cut it back to 13 with 2:16 left in the first quarter. Matt Pinto welcoming you back to the Target Center in Minneapolis. OKC, a rough shooting start, 31%, 2 of 8 on threes, and 5 turnovers, helping the Wolves to 10 points. Timberwolves' first turnover of the night came preceding that Caruso 3. So turnovers are 5-1 in favor of the home team in game 3 thus far. Reserve your spot for the next season of Thunder basketball. Deposits for the 25-26 season ticket memberships are officially open. Get started. I should say get ahead of the game and lock in your deposit now at OKCThunder.com/memberships. Well, OKC this season had 18 recoveries from double-digit deficits, and as you remember, in Game 3 in Minneapolis, down by 29, came back in Memphis, came back to beat the Grizzlies by 6. Edwards stays in, picked up by Wallace, gets a Reed pick, angles left, Joe on him on a switch. 10 to shoot, Edwards maintains a dribble, bounce feeds right wing to Reed. Corner right, Alexander-Walker for a rainbow open three-pointer that's in and out, no good. Gobert has the miss. Spins to the middle and dunks. Minnesota 27, OKC 12. Timberwolves have 7 second chance points to none for the Thunder and a 12-7 rebounding advantage. Gilgeous-Alexander on the handle. Kicks out left wing, Caruso open again. Snaps a three-pointer up, no good. Holmgren high for the rebound. Stripped by DiVincenzo, fouled by DiVincenzo on a reach. That's the Timberwolves' second team foul of the quarter. First in the game's last 2 minutes, side out Minnesota. 1:39 left in the first. Thunder's struggles from three are more amplified on the road for obvious reasons. And they're 2 of 9 beginning game 3, shooting 32% from three-point distance in this playoff run. Joe will inbound. Shea fights to it between the rings. Gets a Holmgren pick high right. Angling right on the dribble. Hooks to Holmgren. Open for an angle left three-pointer that's up and off. 2 of 10 from beyond the arc. Reed clears. All Wolves in the opening quarter of game 3. They're up 15 in attack mode as Edwards is pestered at midcourt by Wallace. Gobert screens high left. Edwards uses that pick. Kicks left corner. Alexander Walker open. Snaps off a three-pointer and knocks that down. So the lead is the largest it's been of game 3 at 30-12 from Minnesota. 1:09 left in the first. Chet down the lane. Dunks on Gobert after surging by him with a left-hand dribble. Thunder got to get a handle on Minnesota shooting, though. The Wolves at 54.5% with 5 made trays in the quarter. It's 30-14 T-Wolves. Edwards wants the ball, but it's rolled out of bounds on a bad pass by Alexander Walker. Ant from behind was being harassed by Wallace. That becomes the Wolves' second turnover as the Thunder look to peck their way back in. 50 seconds left in the first. The Wolves out of fouls, as are the Thunder. Shea picked up crossing the line by his cousin. Alexander Walker 1 of 4 shooting. Shea yo-yos about stationary from 40 feet away. Gets a high screen from Joe. Feeds Isaiah open, snaps off a rainbow angle right three-pointer. That's back rim, not close. Reed clears, giving it the back court to Edwards. 30 seconds left in the first. Edwards doubled at midcourt. Now it dissolves into a single. Wallace on it. Out front, Gobert back to Edwards. Slashing left for a pull-up angle left three-pointer that's on the way. Good. Make it 6 Wolves threes in the first quarter and a lead of 19, their largest, as DiVincenzo knocks away a lazy pass from Wallace in the backcourt intended for Shea, out of bounds with 18 seconds left. Timberwolves putting on quite a show in this opening quarter of game 3, leading 33-14. Caruso gets it in under duress to Shea deep in the backcourt. The Chantis defense at target center, a feeding frenzy by the Wolves. Gilgeous-Alexander crossing the timeline, and it's an 8 count against the Thunder, a turnover. That's the 6th of the quarter. Josh Tiven indicates it is an 8 count. I don't think there was that much time on the clock left. 11.1 shows, and that is in fact a Tiven call, and it is a Wolves possession. That's the Thunder's 6th turnover of the first. This club has lacked focus in game 3, flat out. Joe out, Dort in for defense. OKC down 19 nearing the end of the first frame, 33-14. Dort on Edwards. Wallace guards DiVincenzo. Alexander Walker to inbound. Gets it into Edwards just inside midcourt. Gobert screens. As Dort recovers on Edwards, 6 seconds. Splits defenders, knocked down, and is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line with 4.2 seconds left in the first. Josh Tiven inserting his outstanding officiating skills in the first quarter of game 3. Edwards to the line for the first time. Thunder have yet to go to the stripe in game 3. Minnesota attempting its 3rd and 4th foul shots. Edwards leads the way with 15 for Minnesota in the opening quarter, an explosion individually by the second-team All-NBA selection. Edwards strokes the first. It rolls off, no good. Timberwolves by 19 can make it a 20-point game after 1 with 4.2 left if he makes this one. Dub back in scoreless. Dort is scoreless. SGA held to 2 points. Holmgren has 5, Hartenstein 4, and the 3 by Caruso accounts for the only points off the bench for Oklahoma City. Edwards' second free throw is up. That one's good, 20-point game. Ball deep in the backcourt to Dub, crossing the timeline with 2. Driving left down the lane to the rim, scoops it, and misses the shot at the buzzer. 34-14 Timberwolves at the end of the first quarter in game 3. Second quarter next. This is Thunder basketball.
Postseason dunks, threes, buzzer beaters. There's so much NBA happening. I gotta keep up.
Whoa, take it easy there. There's a better way to NBA. All playoffs long.
Wait, really?
With the NBA app, you get real-time stats and scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds.
Seriously?
Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free.
Where have you been all my life?
There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
At Brahms, we offer more than just burgers, shakes, and fries. We have an entire fresh market for your everyday grocery needs, from farm fresh milk to meats, freshly baked breads, and produce. We also carry a wide variety of our premium ice cream, frozen yogurt, and sherbet. And with Brahms delivery trucks running 7 days a week, our items are always fresh. Stop by your neighborhood Brahms Fresh Market for an incredibly fast, incredibly convenient grocery shopping experience, so you can spend more time on things that matter most.
What if you could make your energy dollars go further this summer? Switch to OG&E Smart Hours and pay nearly half price for electricity for 19 hours every weekday and all weekend long. So go ahead, bake an extra batch, stream another episode, and make your evenings cooler. Just switch your energy use to the 19 daily Smart Hours to help the grid, the environment, and your wallet. Sign up today to receive nearly half-priced electricity at oge.com/smart hours.
With Mazzio's Mix and Maz, it's easy to get the things you love for the price you like. Choose from medium one-topping pizzas, 8-piece boneless chicken wings, loaded cheese dippers, fresh chef salad, and the delicious brookie dessert. Pay just $7.99 each when you buy 2 or more. Pizza, chicken wings, salad, cheese dippers, and dessert. Mix and Maz your way to your favorite flavor combo today. Just $7.99 each at participating locations and for a limited time only. Order now at Mazzios.com.
Thunder Basketball is sponsored by Devon Energy. Commitment runs deep. And MidFirst Bank, the official bank of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Welcome back. The Thunder with as many turnovers as made field goals in the first quarter. Minnesota able to score 11 points off of those takeaways. We'll send you back to Minnesota. Here's Matt Pinto.
Hard to imagine a quarter going better for the Timberwolves and worse for the Thunder than what we just saw. Oklahoma City establishing an all-time playoff low for scoring in a quarter with 14 first quarter tallies as they're out down by 20 going to the second quarter at 34-14. The good news here is the Thunder have a comeback gene in them, and they have 3 quarters with which to navigate a 20-point difference. Reserve your spot. I beg your pardon, with camps all summer long, there is something for every athlete looking to Thunder up their skills. Stay in the game this summer with Thunder Youth Basketball Camps presented by Simple Modern. Find a camp that fits your schedule at okcthunder.com/camps. Wolves ball to begin the second. They have owned Game 3. Thunder led 4-0 after the Wolves went on an 8-0 scamper to take an 8-4 lead. They have not looked back. The largest lead of Game 3 has been the present for the Wolves, 20. Jay Will sees his first action in this series, joined by Kaysen Wallace, Alex Caruso, Aaron Wiggins, and J-Dub. Dub came in the last 3 playoff games at 23 points a game and no turnovers. He is scoreless in Game 3 tonight off of a 26-point, 10-rebound double-double 2 nights ago in Game 2 at home. Road very different than home in the playoffs. Mike Conley back in to navigate for the Wolves at the point. Bounce feeds Tariq, grinding the lane, kicks in the corner. Terrence Shannon Jr. driving right to left across the plane, floats a runner that goes, and he's fouled doing so on a drive-by by Kaysen Wallace. So Terrence Shannon Jr., the rookie from Illinois, gets a call to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves, and he expands their lead to 22 at 36-14. They got Jay Will on that foul. I misspoke, not Kaysen Wallace. Shannon, the lefty, readies for the foul, shot his team up 22 early in the second, hits it. So the Thunder are down 23 points. They trail by as many as 29 in Game 3 in Memphis in round 1, but the Grizzlies a far cry from what the Timberwolves are. Hill climb's got to begin at some point, maybe now. Dub on the handle between the rings. Angles left on Conley, kicks in the corner, Jay Will up an open 3-pointer that he misses. Reed the offside rebound, Thunder are 2 of 12 from 3-point range. Up the left side, Alexander Walker giving Conley, establishing the half-court attack. Works a Reed pick and sets up Shannon, slot right. Shannon on the dribble weave to Reed. Randall, cross courts left to Shannon, drives to the foul line for an open 16-foot stroke that he hits. 5 straight Terrence Shannon points, and the Timberwolves lead by 25. On the brink of blowing this game wide open as Dub drives left baseline. Misses a burrowing right-hand bucket, but he's bumped and fouled by Randall en route. The inability to finish that shot amplifies the Thunder's lack of focus in Game 3. And Terrence Shannon, a big boost off the bench for the Timberwolves to begin the second, as Minnesota scored the first 5 of the second quarter, building on a 20-point lead after 1 on 60% shooting, 46% on threes, winning the rebounding battle 15-8. A dominant effort thus far. Dub's first foul shot is up. Good. His first point of game 3. Oklahoma City down by a 39-15 count. 11:06 left in quarter number 2 of the third game of this series. A Wolves win makes it 2-1, and they'll host game 4 on Monday. Jalen's second stroke. Got that. OKC seeks some stops now to stack an opportunity to come back. 39-16 Minnesota. Alexander Walker wide left to Randall. Checked by Dub. Looks to the top of the key. Spins and kicks corner to Shannon for a three-point try that's short. Jay Will clears and gives up the right side to Dub. Thunder want to run. Dub behind the back dribbling. Weaving, driving. On the run, floats it up. Counts if it goes, if it will not. On about a 10-footer. Shannon in retreat commits the personal foul. That's the Thunder game, though. They want to get out and push it. They have no fast break points thus far in game 3. They're averaging 19 in this playoff run. That's a second team foul on the Wolves, 1:14 into the second, as Edwards sits. Dub's only 2 points of game 3 have come at the line. Thunder have nobody with more than 5 points. Edwards leads all scorer with 16 for the Timberwolves. Jalen makes the first. 39-17. Timberwolves by 22. Thunder have run off the game's last 3 with 10:46 left in the second quarter. Third team All-NBA selection, second team All-Defense. Dub sinks the second. He scored 4 straight. OKC has scored 4 straight as a unit and trails by 21. Alexander Walker picked up in the backcourt by Wiggins. Wolves undeterred by the Thunder pressure here, but that's an over and back violation. That's just a bonehead play by Alexander Walker and Randall as it gives it back to the Thunder with the third Minnesota turnover. 39-18, the Timberwolves up. Sizable disadvantage for the Thunder, but this team is capable. We've seen it so frequently this season. DiVincenzo in for the Wolves, sitting down Alexander Walker. Timberwolves led by 20 after 1. Their lead is 21 right now, 1:19 into the second quarter. Aaron Wiggins to trigger, near sideline, gets it into Wallace. Kaysen scoreless in the game. Guarded by Conley. Swoops right, back of a moving Jay Will pick that knocks down Conley and becomes Jay Will's second foul. And those are fouls the Thunder cannot afford in this situation. That's their 7th turnover of game 3. 10:36 left in the second. The crowd is absolutely baked into it and has been a big factor for the Wolves playing on that energy as Conley speed dribbles behind a Randall pick front court. Guarded by Dub. Randall picked up by Wallace. Julius wants it, has it. High post right. Holding the lefty. Covered by Wallace tightly. Slashes and kicks, left wing to Conley, up the ladder to get it. Drives inside of Caruso, across the lane, floats a right-hand runner, not close. Jay Will clears, well-defended possession, outletting right to J Dub. Dub scans, comes to the right wing, retreats on Shannon. Gets a Caruso pick, slashing right to left into the paint. Spins and kicks to Jay Will on the perimeter. On the left flank, Wiggins, 8 to shoot. Hooks the ball to Jay Will, kicking cross-court right to Caruso, 5 to shoot. Slashing on Shannon. Jump stop, spins and fades, his 8-foot jumper and air ball. Jay Will gets it, and he's fouled going up with 0.4 of a second on the shot clock. So Jalen Williams' hustle bails that possession out as he gets to the free throw line with 9:51 left in the quarter, and the Timberwolves have 3 team fouls now. That one's on Naz Reid. It'll be his first. 39-18 Minnesota. Thunder held to an all-time playoff low 14 first quarter points as Jay Will's first foul shot is good. Jay Will played an instrumental role for the Thunder getting past Denver in the Western semifinals, but this is his first appearance in the Western Finals. He's now 4 of 8 from the foul line in the postseason. Readies for the second, bends his knees, dips, shoots, and swishes. So the Thunder have converted all 6 free throws and trail now by 19, 39-20 after falling behind by as many as 25. Conley across the timeline against Wallace's sticky on-ball pressure. Hooks the ball left wing to DiVincenzo, closed out by Wiggins. Retreats. Between the rings to Conley, 10 to shoot. Conley, 30 feet from the bucket, doubled. Over and back violation, but Caruso's called for a reach-in foul by Josh Tiven. I laugh because it is comical that the league would assign this crew to this game. I don't get it remotely. That's Caruso's second foul. Thunder have scored 6 straight, down 19. Ball comes into Conley, the 18-year vet, one-time All-Star, gets a Shannon pick, swooping right. Steps to the wing unguarded, cranks a three-pointer that he hits. Very poorly played possession that time by the Thunder. Minnesota connects on its 7th three-pointer in 15 tries for a 42-20 lead. Wallace up the left side, bothered by Conley. Pass fakes across the lane and now finds Caruso on the right flank. Guarded heavily by Reed, straight away to Dub. Driving left on Shannon, foul by Shannon on a drive-by. That's the 4th team foul, so the Wolves at the foul limit with 9:11 left in the quarter. As Terrence Shannon, playing like a rookie on that sequence, picks up his 2nd foul. Side out Thunder. Well, they've been good at the foul line, 6 of 6. Otherwise, not so much. 6 of 23 shooting, 2 of 12 on threes for Oklahoma City. Caruso looks to get it in. Does so to Jay Will, the outlet between the rings. The big man on the dribble weave to J-Dub, circling top of the key. Steps back, fires, angle right three-pointer is up, way short. Loose ball tipped out. DiVincenzo loses possession of it up the right sideline, runs into Mark Dagnall to make certain he's not strewn and hurt. Crowd loves to hustle, and Minnesota has taken the work to the Thunder in this game so far, winning every hustle area. 15-11 in rebounds, 14-8 in the paint, 5-2 in second chance points, and 14-5 in bench scoring. 42-20 Minnesota, 3 minutes into the second. Dub on the handle, Wolves out of fouls. Angles right on the dribble. Slashes, stripped to the ball going toward the middle by Shannon. Gets it back, lays it up on the run and lays it in. That's the Thunder's 8th turnover for 13 Timberwolves points. Timeout OKC. 44-20 Minnesota, 8:48 left in the second. Terrence Shannon X-Factor in game 3 with 7 points in 3 game minutes. This is Thunder basketball.
At Brahms, we offer more than just burgers, shakes, and fries. We have an entire fresh market for your everyday grocery needs, from farm fresh milk to meats, freshly baked breads, and produce. We also carry a wide variety of our premium ice cream, frozen yogurt, and sherbet. And with Brahms delivery trucks running 7 days a week, our items are always fresh. Stop by your neighborhood Brahms Fresh Market for an incredibly fast, incredibly convenient grocery shopping experience, so you can spend more time on things that matter most.
Whether watching your favorite team play or getting through the day, clear vision is important. For 50 years, the doctors at the nationally ranked Dean McGee Eye Institute have been committed to helping Oklahomans achieve their best possible vision. From regular eye exams to LASIK to cataract surgery, Dean McGee is the one source for all your eye care needs. So let the professional eye care provider of the OKC Thunder help you see more clearly. For an appointment at one of Dean McGee's 5 locations, visit dmei.org. Dean McGee Eye Institute. Vision for life.
With just seconds on the clock, I'm chomping at the bit here, Frank. I'm telling you, this is a moment in basketball history to really relish in. Back at the offensive end, Ken Chubb musters up all his strength and squeezes down into the paint. He breaks through the screen, posts up with buns out, catches the ball, and order up. And he's called for the double drizzle.
Dude, just get your hot dog and let's get back to our seats. Eat Schwab, the official hot dog of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
What if you could make your energy dollars go further this summer? Switch to OG&E Smart Hours and pay nearly half price for electricity for 19 hours every weekday and all weekend long. So go ahead, bake an extra batch, stream another episode, and make your evenings cooler. Just switch your energy use to the 19 daily Smart Hours to help the grid, the environment, and your wallet. Sign up today to receive nearly half-priced electricity at oge.com/smarthours.
Welcome back. The Thunder have made 2 field goals over the last 10 minutes of action in this game. However, they've already hit 6 free throws in the second quarter alone, and Minnesota is in the penalty with almost 9 minutes remaining in the quarter. Listen to Back to Minnesota. Here's Matt Pinto.
Vassar Hall is now Thunder Hall, your official Thunder watch party destination for the playoffs. Watch the Thunder on the big screen in both OKC and Tulsa with giveaways, great food, and more. Head to okc.com/Thunder Hall for more information. A dominant performance by the Timberwolves in Game 3. This general iteration of Thunder players in postseason series in which they've been up 2-0. First rounders, both last year at New Orleans and against Memphis, wound up sweeping 4 victories to none. The Timberwolves laying claim early in Game 3 in this one that won't happen in this series. Thunder lead 2 victories to none entering, but the Wolves have been all about it. And while the Thunder lead the NBA among playoff teams in turnovers forced and points off turnovers, Minnesota's second in both of those areas, and the Thunder have incurred their wrath there. 8 giveaways for 13 T-Wolves points. And right now the Timberwolves, after leading by as many as 25, own a 24-point edge. Thunder just can't sustain offense right now. Caruso, Cason Wallace, J-Dub, Aaron Wiggins, and Isaiah Hartenstein, the 5 for OKC. Wolves out of fouls as Caruso springs Wallace front court with a screen. He's guarded by Nas Reed on the dribble weave to Dub. Dub straight up, back of a Hartenstein pick, elevates and fires the angle right 20-foot jumper and air ball by 2 feet. Saved from going out of bounds by Reed. Hartenstein behind the play. Shannon attacking. Across the lane floats a runner that counts if it goes. It will not. He's fouled by Wiggins going up. So right now the Timberwolves are ferociously attacking the Thunder, and OKC's got to find a way to come with a backbone here. 24-point Wolves lead. Shannon playing like he was fired out of a cannon. Back to the free throw line where he's 1 of 1. Foul on Wiggins is his first, and the Thunder now have 3 team fouls. So they're 1 foul away from being at the foul limit as well. Shannon readies with the first, strokes that home. During the regular season, Shannon played quite a bit against OKC. 3 games worth, averaged 12 points, nearly 6 rebounds, made 52% of his shots, and all 8 of his foul shots. Off the bench in Game 3 of this series, he's got 8 points in 3 minutes. And Minnesota matches its largest lead as Caruso and Wallace are out. Dort and second free throw good. Holmgren back in. Wolves on a 6-0 push, have their largest lead of this game, 26 points. 8:22 left in the second. Wolves in a 2-3 zone. Holmgren drop steps, forces a bank shot up left of the paint, under duress and misses badly. Reed has the miss. Nas off the bench, 6 rebounds. Shannon slashes left on Hartenstein, floats a hook that he banks no good. Loose ball tipped to the corner, knocked out of bounds by Shannon. Thunder get it back. But Terrence Shannon has come in and made a big impact in Game 3 off the bench. Wondered aloud in the pregame whether or not they'd go to him. He's a rookie, very athletic, and very geared to attacking the rim offensively. SGA returns for the Thunder, as you can hear the boos. Shea left wing back of Hartenstein, pick to the baseline on Randall, steps away, fires. The fadeaway 15-foot jumper short, and the loose ball's out of bounds, touched by Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander 1 of 5 shooting in Game 3. Nothing working for the Thunder right now. Jaden McDaniels checks back in. Shannon out to a standing ovation. In a 46-20 game, Minnesota up 26 with 7:50 left in the second quarter. Thunder have not had this done to them since Game 3 in Memphis in the first round. They recovered from that 29-point hole. We'll see what they have in store here. Conley between the rings to Reed. Slashing right on Hartenstein, behind the back dribbling, right to left across the paint, goes lefty on a hook and hits. How about a 28-point deficit? 48-20 Minnesota. 58% Wolves shooting, outscoring the Thunder 18-8 in the paint. An 8-0 burst as Shea drives and kicks left wing to Wiggins open, snaps off the rainbow 3 and rattles it in. That stems the tide for the moment, making it a 48-23 Wolves lead. McDaniel back quickly, left wing to Conley open, strokes a 3 and hits that right back at you, and the Thunder defense was never set. 7:13 left in the second. The Wolves onslaught continues. 51-23 Minnesota. Timeout Thunder. This is Thunder basketball.
In the NBA Finals, any moment can become unforgettable. Now is your chance to watch the next moment you'll remember forever.
Jordan open. Chicago with the lead.
Unforgettable awaits. The 2025 NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV begin June 5th on ABC.
What if you could make your energy dollars go further this summer? Switch to OG&E Smart Hours and pay nearly half price for electricity for 19 hours every weekday and all weekend long. So go ahead, bake an extra batch, stream another episode, and make your evenings cooler. Just switch your energy use to the 19 daily Smart Hours to help the grid, the environment, and your wallet. Sign up today to receive nearly half-priced electricity at oge.com/smart hours.
Whether watching your favorite team play or getting through the day, clear vision is important. For 50 years, the doctors at the nationally ranked Dean McGee Eye Institute have been committed to helping Oklahomans achieve their best possible vision. From regular eye exams to LASIK to cataract surgery, Dean McGee is the one source for all your eye care needs. So let the professional eye care provider of the OKC Thunder help you see more clearly. For an appointment at one of Dean McGee's 5 locations, visit dmei.org. Dean McGee Eye Institute. Vision for life.
Dive into the excitement where the spirit of Thunder basketball meets classic diner delights at Boomerang Diner. On Mondays, start off the week with a winning deal. Grab a mouth-watering burger for half the price. On Fridays, feast on all-you-can-eat fish and make your Fridays truly memorable. And no matter the quarter, it's always breakfast time at Boomerang. Pancakes, eggs, and more, served all day, every day. Fuel up like a champ today. Boomerang Diner. It all starts here.
Welcome back. Coming into this game, Minnesota was shooting 32% on open or wide open three-point shots. So far in this one, they're 8 of 16 from distance. They've also outscored the Thunder in the paint in this game, 18-8. Back to Minnesota. Here's Matt Pinto.
They've been ferocious in the way they pressured the Thunder offense. 7 of 28, Thunder shooting 25%, 3 of 14 from three-point range. And the Thunder, number one in the NBA, protecting the ball both in the regular season and here in the playoffs, have coughed it up 8 times for 13 points. The Wolves have played this game as if they were down 0-2 in this series. And it's to their credit, they lead by 28 right now with 7:13 left in the second quarter. Thunder are just struggling and groping to get good looks at the rim that are unimpeded. They've had the Wolves in the penalty for the last 4 minutes of this quarter, but have not been able to generate foul shots. They're 6 of 6 at the line in this game. The Wolves have attempted 7. All Minnesota in every facet of Game 3 thus far. 51-23 the count. Game 4 Monday at 7:30 here at the Target Center in Minneapolis. Again, the Thunder rallied from 29 down at Memphis in Game 3 in Round 1. They're down 28 right now. Hartenstein, SGA, Wiggins, Dort, and Holmgren operate against Julius Randle, Jaden McDaniels, Mike Conley, Naz Reid, and Dante DiVincenzo. Edwards yet to play in the second quarter, had 16 points in the first, and yet this team continues to thrive, outscoring the Thunder 17-9 in the second. Shea boot every time he touches it. No idea what that's about as Holmgren works top of the key, lobbing inside to Hartenstein, catching and dunking. Fouled over the top by Reid to boot. And one coming. Second time the Thunder have gotten Holmgren and Hartenstein on the same page for an alley-oop slam, as Chet's got his second assist. Ihart now leads the way for the Thunder with 6 points. Foul on Reid is his second. And Ihart's at the free throw line with 7:03 left in the second quarter. Thunder down 26. Hartenstein has been outstanding all season in his debut in a Thunder uniform, averaging 10 points, 8.5 rebounds in the playoffs. His free throw is short. First miss in 7 tries as Reid plucks his 6th rebound already. Gives to Conley, the lefty crossing the timeline, has 6 points, 2 of 4 on threes. Lobbing right wing to Reid, out front to Randle. Sizing up Hartenstein, blasting left to his strong hand, jump passing left corner to McDaniels. Left to right across the lane, arcs a fadeaway from 10 on Holmgren, barely grazing the rim, well defended. Hartenstein tips a rebound to SGA. Shea held to 2 points. Works up top, pulls up, pops. The three-pointer won't drop. Rebound high to snare it is Conley as the Thunder are 3 of 15 on threes. Shea 1 of 6 shooting in Game 3. Edwards back on the left hash, feeding baseline to Randle. Bullying Shea, backing him down. Comes across the lane, missed a 10-foot bank shot, but McDaniels has the miss, out front to Reid. Drives along the right of the lane and scores it on Holmgren easily. Wolves back up 28, 53-25, winning the rebounding battle by 8. They now have 7 second chance points. Shea out front, bothered by McDaniels, has the dribble dislodged by Jaden. It rolls out of bounds. Timberwolves by 28, relentlessly attacking the Thunder in Game 3. 6:06 left in this second quarter. Wiggins stays in for offense. He'll inbound near sideline front court. As the Thunder looking to sustain scoring. It's been nowhere to be found in Game 3. Shea angles right. Guarded by Gobert. Jump passes inside to Hartenstein. Bad pass. And he came down before he released it. It's a turnover. That's the Thunder's 10th turnover of Game 3. And the crowd's loving every minute of this. The MVP struggling mightily, as is his team in Game 3. Wolves bid for a 30-plus point lead this trip midway through the second quarter. As Conley's on the handle. He has 2 assists with 6 points, giving to Edwards. Swooping out front, back of a pick by Gobert. Dort trips up Edwards, who drove right into his strewn body. That's the Thunder's 4th team foul. Side out Minnesota. 5:50 left in the second quarter. Thunder beat the Wolves decisively in Game 1. Less decisively in Game 2, but both double-digit wins. Minnesota's totally turned the tables here in the third game on their home floor. Edwards to trigger near sideline front court. His team up 28 right now with 5:50 left in the second. Can the Thunder make an impact before getting to the locker room in that 28-point deficit? Conley settles in on the right wing, snaps off an unguarded three, misses that back rim. It's run down by Holmgren, his fourth rebound, giving to SGA. Shea across the timeline, picked up by McDaniels. Working top of the key, steps back and fires. The angle left three-pointer is on the way. Cha-ching, a Thunder money ball. Shea's first hit from distance has 5 points now. It's 53-28. 5:25 left in the second. Maybe that will begin the hill climb. Edwards at the Wolves logo, guarded by Dort. Low crouching right hand bounces, back of a Gobert pick. Down the lane shifting, kicks in the right corner. McDaniels up the sideline, Reed, pump fakes free, fires an open wing three-pointer that's up and in. Minnesota burying threes in this game, 9 of 18. That's Reed's second make, he has 10 points. 56-28, Timberwolves by 28 again. Shea drives right, splits defenders, lays it up, can't get it to fall with a right-hand scoop, but he squeezed between defenders and draws a whistle and a foul. It's on Reed, his third. Naz Reid struggled mightily in Oklahoma City. First 2 games in this series, Reed, the sixth man of the year in the 23-24 season. 7 point per game, 8 rebound contributor on 21% shooting, 0 of 12 on threes. In this game, he's yet to miss. 4 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 from distance, has 10 points, 6 rebounds in 12 minutes. SGA's first free throw is up, good. Gilgeous-Alexander has 4 of his 6 points here in the second quarter, but nothing like we've seen from him recently. He's averaging 34.5 in this series. And his team is down 27 right now with 5 minutes left in the second frame. Both sides out of fouls as A.J. Mitchell's going to get a call off the Thunder bench. Next dead ball. Maybe he'll enter now. He does. Sitting down Aaron Wiggins. Thunder standouts 2 games into this series have not yet risen in game 3. Dubs held to 4 points, 0 of 5 shooting. Shea 2 of 7 for 6. Shea's second foul shot is good. And it's 56-30, but the Thunder now need some stops. They're down 26 inside the 5-minute mark of the second. Alexander Walker navigates front court, back of 2 screens, gives to Randall. Angling left on the perimeter, played by Hartenstein, grinds and kicks right corner to McDaniels to the baseline, whips it inside to Gobert, got away with a travel, sets up Alexander Walker driving on Dort for a floater in the paint that goes from 7 feet out. Thunder closeouts are undisciplined, and the Wolves are absolutely making them pay at 58% shooting. Alexander Walker off the bench has his first bucket. Shea swiftly into the paint, pulls up, pops, 13-foot jumper drops. 58-32. Gilgeous-Alexander finding some daylight with 9 points, 7 in the quarter. Edwards, guarded by Dort, gives it up to Gobert between the rings. Back to Edwards, 40 feet away. Pawed at by Hartenstein, slashes left. Elevates on Dort, fires a 20-footer that's short. Rebound to Dub, wants to run. 3-on-3 right now as he widens out. Kicks to the trailing Hartenstein, shuffling left corner Mitchell. AJ's open three-pointer, way off. Edwards clears. Edwards pushing back. One-on-one on Shea. Left wing to Randall, left corner Alexander Walker. Got away with a travel, drives by Mitchell, floats a runner that counts if it goes, and it goes. Again, the Wolves are playing with the pace. The Thunder are not answering favorably too. This is the umpteenth time the Thunder have been beaten with early offense by Minnesota. Alexander Walker has 7 points in 6 minutes. And the Timberwolves continue their relentless assault, up 28 again. Alexander Walker with a successful free throw will give them their largest lead of game 3. 3:54 left in the second. The free throw is up, no good. Hartenstein has the rebound, swiped at by Gobert, gives in the backcourt to SGA. Thunder have nary a double-figure point man. Edwards has 16, Reed 10 for the Wolves. Shea top of the key, swoops right. Bounce feeds right corner Mitchell, open again, strokes a three-pointer that's no good. Edwards a long rebound. Anthony up the left side. Draws 2 defenders. Grinds to the corner, then nearly threw it away. Randall comes up with it, left wing spinning on Mitchell. Steps in front of him, sets up McDaniels wide open. His right wing 3 is off. Gobert loses the rebound battle against both Hartenstein and Dort. They say the ball was off of Rudy's hand last, but now Josh Tiven's going to interrupt and let everyone know, John Goble included, that it's Minnesota basketball. 3:25 left in the second quarter. Timberwolves 60, the Thunder 32. OKC establishing a playoff low, 14 first quarter points, only 18 since. Unable to crack Minnesota's more aggressive and assertive defense yet in game 3 on 29% shooting and 4 of 18 on threes with 9 turnovers. Alexander Walker to trigger, 14 to shoot. Left wing Gobert holding. Now drives left to right, spins, goes lefty off the backboard, misses. The follow dunk by McDaniels not there, got it back again, and he's fouled going up by Dort. The Minnesota Hustle overwhelming OKC in Game 3. 60-32 Timberwolves. And McDaniels goes to the free throw line to shoot 2. T-Wolves 5 of 8 from the line in Game 3. They've doubled the Thunder points in the paint after losing decisively in the interior in Games 1 and 2. It's 24-12. 7-2 in second chance points and 6-2 on the break as McDaniels pushes that lead to 29. Minnesota, if he makes this one, will establish a 30-point lead in Game 3. Hartenstein out with 6 points and 4 rebounds. Holmgren back in. A.J. Mitchell, the rookie from UC Santa Barbara, stays in for the Thunder as McDaniels makes it a 30-point game at 62-32. Chan his defense. Holmgren pulls up, misses an angle left three-pointer. Thunder from 3 are now 4 of 20. Loose ball to Edwards. Thunder retreat to defend down 30. 3 minutes left in the second. Edwards draws a double team. Right wing McDaniels. Back to Edwards on the dribble weave to the baseline. Elevates and fires on Wallace and knocks down a 10-footer. It's a 32-point Minnesota advantage. Edwards has had a big game. 7 of 10 for 18 points. Shea driving baseline right. Pulls up, pops. 17-foot jumper won't drop. Loose ball fought for. Gobert out of the pack with it. OKC 27% shooting in Game 3. Shea 3 of 9. Randall quick swivels baseline away from Wallace, lays it up and lays it in, and the Wolves lead is 34. Timeout Thunder. 2:27 left in the second. Minnesota has run off 8 consecutive points most recently and leads 66-32. 2:27 left in the half. This is Thunder basketball.
At Brahms, we offer more than just burgers, shakes, and fries. We have an entire fresh market for your everyday grocery needs, from farm fresh milk to meats, freshly baked breads, and produce. We also carry a wide variety of our premium ice cream, frozen yogurt, and sherbet. And with Brahms delivery trucks running 7 days a week, our items are always fresh. Stop by your neighborhood Brahms Fresh Market for an incredibly fast, incredibly convenient grocery shopping experience, so you can spend more time on things that matter most.
The 6-seeded Timberwolves having their way with top seed OKC in Game 3 in Minneapolis. The Timberwolves have not taken their foot off the gas one iota, building a 34-14 lead after one, and the rampage has continued here in the second quarter as they've outscored the Thunder 32-18 to lead 66-32. Minnesota has converted 56% of its shots in Game 3, 9 of 19 threes, while the Thunder are 4 of 19 from distance, efficient on 27% of their overall field goal attempts. The deficit is 34 for the Thunder as they bring Kaysen Wallace, Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Joe, J-Dub, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out off the stoppage. 2:27 left till halftime. Both sides out of fouls, winding down the second quarter. Game 4 coming up Monday back in this building. Shai across the timeline to Booz. McDaniels on him. Gives between the rings to Dub. Back of a pick by Holmgren. Slides and kicks left wing to Joe. Isaiah retreats on Edwards. Near midcourt to Dub. 10 to shoot. Dub angling right back of a Holmgren pick. Guarded by Gobert. Out front to Joe. Bombs a long angle left three-pointer. Leaves it short. Wallace the long rebound. Sets up Dub. Slashing left away from Gobert. Leans in. Missed the driving layup. But he's fouled en route to the rim. So Dub, who had found efficiency the last 3 games in the playoffs, has yet to make a shot from the field in Game 3. 0 of 5 overall. That's his 3rd squandered layup in Game 3. Goes to the foul line where all 4 of his points have come from. He has 3 rebounds, no assists in this game. A game completely dominated by the Timberwolves, 66-32. Dub arcs the first free throw and hits it. OKC from the line is 9 of 10, but being out-rebounded by 10, out-assisted by 9, outshot from the field by 30 percentage points, and trailing on the scoreboard by 33 points. 2:03 left in the second. Jalen Williams arcs that free throw. It's up, no good. Randall has the offside rebound. Randall established himself early, but a quiet first half by his standards with 6. It's been Edwards with 18 and Reed off the bench with 10 for the Wolves. Randall high post right against the zone. Up top to Edwards, back to Randall. Crossing over on Joe, the closest defender. Burrows his way into the paint. Leans in, goes lefty, and hits by a 5-footer. He just bogarted his way without resistance. 68-33 Minnesota, 35-point edge. 1:35 left in the half. Shai can't escape a double team. Sends it on the right flank to Dub. Sizing up Randall, pulls up, pops. Angle right three-pointer drops. Jalen Williams makes his first three of the game. Thunder 5 of 21 from distance are down by 32 with 1:22 left in the second quarter. Edwards crosses the timeline on Cason Wallace's on-ball pressure. Backs with a left-hand bounce. Swoops left. A step at the foul line. Steps back, fires. An 18-foot jumper unimpeded is perfect. He's got 20 points on 8 of 11 shooting. Too easy. 70-36 Minnesota. 70 points against the number one defense in the NBA in this half by Minnesota. 58 seconds left. Shea swoops right, now left. Draws a double, kicks in the corner to Joe. Catches a bad pass. Grinds baseline, shovels to Holmgren leaning in. Missed a layup, but he's fouled going up by Gobert. Chet Holmgren, a Minneapolis native, gets to the free throw line for the first time in Game 3. 2 of 6 shooting, he has 5 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists thus far. Chet played brilliantly in Game 3, accompanying Dub and Shea to a combined, by that trio, 86 points. He had 22. Rocks into rhythm on the free throw, bends his knees, eyes the rim, and connects on the first at 70-37 Minnesota. Alex Caruso readying to re-enter with 50.2 left in the second. Thunder doing really not a whole lot well on either end of the floor, and a lot of that's as a result of Minnesota's energy and effort. Holmgren's second free throw is up. That's perfect. Thunder down 32. Ball comes in the backcourt to Randall as Caruso won't allow Edwards to catch it. Julius across the timeline, played by Dub. Drives through traffic, tripped up and foul, gets to the free throw line on Jalen Williams' first personal. 43.5 left in the half. That pretty much typifies this Thunder first half. This young team has had such extraordinary maturity and focus during their 68-win run in the regular season and thus far in the playoffs, but that's not been evident tonight. Randall, 8 points in the half with 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Toes the line for the first time. His team 7 of 10, but he's an excellent foul shooter. 89% in fact in the playoffs. The lefty nails the first and readies for the second. Played 1 season at Kentucky, as did SGA, by the way. Randall then became the 4th overall pick in the draft by the Lakers when he came out of college. Check that, the 7th overall pick in 2014. This is 4th team, the Lakers, Pelicans, and Knicks preceding his arrival to Minneapolis. Both free throws are good. He's got 10. Third Timberwolf in double figures. 72-38. 34-point Thunder deficit. Shea, top of the key, bounce feeds in the right corner, intended for Dub, and it skitters out of bounds, untouched. That's the Thunder's 11th turn. Check that, 10th turnover for 13 points. Gilgeous-Alexander out of sorts, as is his team. 35.3 left in the half. Wolves could go 2 for 1 if they hurry. I'm not sure they will, as Edwards walks it across the timeline and just lost the dribble out of bounds. That was an unforced turnover, but only the Wolves' 4th of this game. 4 turnovers to Minnesota for 3 points. Thunder turning it over 10 times for 13 Minnesota tallies. Gilgeous-Alexander with a difference of 5, game to shot clock on the handle. Left wing Dub, pass fakes, fires. The wing 3 looks good and is. He's knocked down 2 3-pointers late in this first half. He's now in double figures with 11 to lead Oklahoma City. 72-41, last shot time for the Wolves. The shot clock's off. Randall on the handle. Guarded by Dub in a 1-4 Minnesota set. Draws a double from Joe. Lobs up the left side to Alexander Walker. 7 seconds. Down the lane on Holmgren. Lays it up left-handed. Missed the layup. Loose ball fought for. Shea digs it out 1 second. Fires a 60-footer the other way, but it is going to hit the top of the backboard and nothing more. The Timberwolves laying claim to Game 3 in a big way. Lead at halftime 72-41 over the Thunder, as they fight to get on the board in this series, down 0-2. Halftime coming. We get into that next. This is Thunder basketball.
What if you could make your energy dollars go further this summer? Switch to OG&E Smart Hours and pay nearly half price for electricity for 19 hours every weekday and all weekend long. So go ahead, bake an extra batch, stream another episode, and make your evenings cooler. Just switch your energy use to the 19 daily Smart Hours to help the grid, the environment, and your wallet. Sign up today to receive nearly half-priced electricity at oge.com/smarthours.
With Mazzio's Mix and Maz, it's easy to get the things you love for the price you like. Choose from medium one-topping pizzas, 8-piece boneless chicken wings, loaded cheese dippers, fresh chef salad, and the delicious brookie dessert. Pay just $7.99 each when you buy 2 or more. Pizza, chicken wings, salad, cheese dippers, and dessert. Mix and Maz your way to your favorite flavor combo today. Just $7.99 each at participating locations and for a limited time only. Order now at Mazzios.com.
Stevie Nicks. One special night. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Stevie Nicks. Live at Paycom Center.
Beats and Bites Festival is back again at Riverwind Casino, where good grooves and great food are on tap all summer long. Kicking off on June 14th with Josh Turner and Edwin McCain. Along with crave-worthy eats from local food trucks, there's something for everyone. Get your tickets online or at the box office for just $10. Only at Riverwind Casino.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
This is the Oklahoma City Thunder halftime show with Gideon Hamilton and Matt Ravis, now on the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network.
Welcome into the Oklahoma City Thunder halftime show. Gideon Hamilton and Matt Ravis here inside our network studios at the break in Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals. The Minnesota Timberwolves have jumped out to a 72-41 lead over Oklahoma City. Minnesota led by as many as 35 before Oklahoma City has cut into that a bit toward the end of the second quarter. Oklahoma City starting to get on track offensively, Matt, although this is going to test my resolve as the ultimate and don't worry about it, they'll be fine, Thunder observer. But the thing about Minnesota is just what we've talked about in the series. What happens if they start to trap and have higher pickup points, and what happens if they make threes, and we found out.
Yeah, you figured some regression was coming for them based on the number of wide open threes that they have. And honestly, my biggest concern coming out of that first half is, I just hope that Minnesota didn't figure out something, that there's not some confidence that you can take moving forward in this series. And I would agree with you that the Thunder are in good shape as far as the series goes, but that would be my big concern. But it's not just that. It's a two-pronged problem. It's an offensive and defensive problem. And, the Wolves' pace has been great. They've been able to beat the Thunder back in transition, and there's been a lot of opportunities to do it because the Thunder have missed a lot of shots.
And what happens when turnovers are close, or in this case, the turnover number goes the other way for Oklahoma City. Typically, when the turnover numbers are a little bit closer, that means the game is going to be closer. So far in this one, it's a -5 for OKC in terms of giveaways. A lot of those were early and helped build that confidence for Minnesota defensively. In this one, points off is only 13-6, but giveaways are 10-4, and points in the paint 28-12. So it's not just that Minnesota has finally hit some threes. In fact, they've only made 3 more than Oklahoma City. It's been that they've been far more assertive as well, and part of that has come off the opportunity to finally run a little bit.
Yeah, more efficient too. But I think this is pretty emblematic of everything. Shea has 4 turnovers. He had 4 assists in that first half. Several of those were extremely early, but he only had 3 made baskets. So anytime you've got more turnovers than made baskets, and the same amount of turnovers as assists, that is not a good sign for your best player. So that's part of what I was talking about with the complementary basketball problem, because the Thunder defense cannot be as tenacious as they normally are, because they don't have the same opportunities, and you're kind of on your back heel all night. So they definitely put the Thunder behind the 8 ball. The Minnesota offense did, no doubt, in that first half.
And that's team-wide as well, as the Thunder with 10 turnovers against only 12 made field goals in the first half. So let's talk about that and paint the picture for our listeners, because they might have heard us in the pregame show talking about Minnesota kind of playing a zone in name only. It's kind of like a grade school zone where there's just not a lot of movement to it. And today it's very far out. It's very trap heavy, and that doesn't just go for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. A lot of ball pressure, even a high handoff 40 feet away from the basket to Isaiah Hartenstein. Rudy Gobert is all over him. And so this was obviously a point of emphasis from Minnesota's coaching staff. Pressure the ball no matter who has it.
Yeah, it was not just Shea. You're right. There was times where Dort brings the ball across the timeline, and they're getting him, and they're mixing it up, which I think is important. If you present them the same looks defensively every single time down the floor, you become a lot easier to solve. And I saw a lot of that from Minnesota in the first half. And then the biggest difference, I think, in their zone that I demonstrated, or that I observed rather, and we talked about this pregame, is the fact that Minnesota's doing a lot better job of filling in the gaps defensively. All of a sudden, there's not that space on the elbows to get into the interior and to get into the paint and really collapse that Minnesota defense or just take the easy jump shots. So Minnesota, we heard before the game that they had an extra long film session. I'm sure part of that was looking at some things defensively, but they've done in this game what Denver did the prior series, which was fill in the gaps in that zone.
And what happens if a deeper team than the Nuggets actually gets some production from their bench players? And in the first half, you don't necessarily anticipate this from Terrence Shannon, who scores 9 points in 4 minutes, was able to get to the free throw line 3 times, and was a +6 in those 4 minutes. But the other bench players for Minnesota, the guys that we've been talking about who have really, really failed the Wolves in terms of their production, Reed, DiVincenzo, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, combined 8 of 10 shooting and 4 3-pointers, including the first 2 of the series for Naz Reid.
29 points off the bench. You knew the worm was going to turn for Naz Reid. I mean, 0 for 12. That's not Naz Reid. He's a guy who can play. And what do you see at home versus on the road for role players? You see typically production. So that's 29 bench points for Minnesota versus 8 bench points for Oklahoma City. So their bench, in Terrence Shannon Jr., this guy's a rookie. Now, he's more of an older rookie, a seasoned guy, but he's not somebody they've counted on in the playoffs. He's only gotten into the action just a handful of times, and it made an impact in his 10 minutes. And, he's just part of the reason why they played the way they did in that half.
Anthony Edwards, 20 points on 8 of 11 shooting. He knocked down 3 3-point shots. He's also got 8 rebounds already to go along with 3 assists and a steal. Rudy Gobert with 2 steals. One of those was on a trap on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander where he tried to take it half court. And so those are some of the primary contributors, at least offensively, for Minnesota. Everybody across the board is doing a good job in their defensive concepts, and that's what's led Minnesota to a 72-41 lead over the Oklahoma City Thunder. Coming up next, we'll talk a little bit more about what the Thunder can do a little bit better in the second half to start knocking on the door and make one of those massive Thunder comebacks that they've patented over the last 10 years. That's when we return. Gideon Hamilton, Matt Ravis inside our network studios. You're listening to the Oklahoma City Thunder Halftime Show.
Taco Bueno is the official taco of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and we've got a win for your taste buds. We're celebrating every Thunder playoff game with a free taco the day after. That's right, a free taco. Just mention your Thunder taco and enjoy a crispy beef or soft taco on us. No coupon necessary. It's our way of saying thanks for cheering loudly. Celebrate the playoffs the Bueno way. Only at Taco Bueno.
Concert information.
I got stolen by the
Crowder, Grace and Glory Tour. Featuring Crowder. Sunday night, October 26th in Oklahoma City at Paycom Center.
Looks like somebody
with special guest Passion Music, Louis Giglio, plus Carrie Job Carnes and Cody Carnes. Tickets and info available at awakeningfoundation.com. Crowder, Grace and Glory Tour. Presented by the Awakening Foundation, a nonprofit organization.
KWPN, more WWLS, The Village, Oklahoma City. Proudly serving the great state of Oklahoma. A Cumulus media station.
Welcome back to the Thunder Halftime Show. Gideon Hamilton along with Matt Ravis. And Matt, here's the deal. And I don't know if you envision this or not, or it's just coming from the eternal optimist in me, but I think if you get this one down to the 21-20-19 range, I think Minnesota is going to start to get nervous. What would make me feel comfortable if I was a Timberwolves fan in that situation is at least they've shown the ability to be a little bit more aggressive to where they can get to the free throw line more tonight, getting the bonus maybe in this game tonight. tonight and weather a storm in which they are eventually going to not shoot as well. And for Oklahoma City, that kind of started to happen early in the second quarter. Remember this, the Thunder hadn't made they'd made 2 shots in 10 minutes, but they had 6 early free throws in the second quarter, and they got the Wolves in the bonus like 3 minutes in. And so that would really, really help in one of the final 2 quarters as well.
Yeah, Dub able to get to the line. Chet Shea was able to get to the line in the second quarter. Unfortunately, this is for the Thunder, this is the largest lead in Western Conference Finals history at half. The biggest comeback in Western Conference Final history is 20 points at the half. So we know what the Thunder team can do. We also know that Timberwolves don't typically put together 48 minutes of offensive basketball, but that was the best half they played. Maybe not just this postseason, maybe period for Minnesota. So continue staying in the path, but it's going to be a difficult one if you're the Thunder.
And we talked about the primary performers for Minnesota in this game. J-Dub, Jalen Williams, the only Thunder player who scored in double figures to this point in his 17 minutes. He's got 11 points, minus 26 when he was on the floor, leading the Thunder in free throw attempts and makes, going 5 of 6 from the stripe. Coming up next, Matt Pinto will have the call of the second half. You're listening to Thunder Basketball.
Brahms, we offer more than just burgers, shakes, and fries. We have an entire fresh market for your everyday grocery needs, from farm fresh milk to meats, freshly baked breads, and produce. We also carry a wide variety of our premium ice cream, frozen yogurt, and sherbet. And with Brahms delivery trucks running 7 days a week, our items are always fresh. Stop by your neighborhood Brahms Fresh Market for an incredibly fast, incredibly convenient grocery shopping experience, so you can spend more time on things that matter most.
Big wins are blooming across Riverwind Casino.
And the jackpots have never been sweeter.
Go all in on your favorite table games.
Hedge your bets on the biggest wins and unbeatable entertainment. Use your wild card for the best perks and the top rewards.
And play for your share of the $100,000 Lucky May Days giveaway.
Win with the best.
And we'll see you at Riverwind.
Stevie Nicks. One special night. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Stevie Nicks. Live at Paycom Center.
Welcome back. The Timberwolves leading the Thunder at the break, 72-41. Let's send you back to Minnesota. Here with the call of the second half is Matt Pinto.
Well, it's been said that skill plays a big role in getting teams here to a conference final series. Will sees them through, sees them home. And to the narrative that's been circulating off of 2 consecutive double-digit losses the Timberwolves incurred against the Thunder, the top seed in the West, that they were being outclassed in this series, Minnesota with a resounding, no, we'll be okay. Through a half of play in Game 3, indicating they're going to peck their way right back into the series, coming with ferocity, force, physicality, a dominance in this opening half. Thunder held to a season-low tying 41 first-half points, including an all-time playoff low 14 opening quarter points. They've trailed by as many as 35 points in Game 3, down 31 right now. Minnesota has gotten contributions from everybody, including the bench unit, which really did not show up in a big way in Oklahoma City in Game 1 and 2 losses. The bench tonight, DiVincenzo, Reed, Alexander Walker, and Terrence Shannon Jr., the rookie from Illinois, a combined 11 of 15 shooting, 4 of 6 on threes for 29 of Minnesota's 72 points. Thunder reserves on the flip side are 2 of 11 shooting, contributing 8. Thunder really had a hard time getting Shea going. He's 3 of 10 shooting thus far tonight. Has 4 turnovers as well with 9 points. J-Dub leads them in scoring with 11. Thunder at 30% shooting from the field thus far in Game 3. Their season low is 40%. That includes 6 of 23 on three-pointers, while Minnesota's knocked down 9 of 19 for distance. Thunder have dominated the third quarter the first 2 games in this series, outscoring the Wolves by an average of 14 a game in the third. Do they have within them the thrust to come back and get into this game in the third quarter? We shall soon see. They'll defend to begin the third. Isaiah Joe's going to start the third quarter with J-Dub, SGA, Chet Holmgren, and Lou Dort. Hartenstein coming off the bench in this third quarter. It's Randall, Conley, McDaniels, Gobert, and Anthony Edwards for Minnesota. Edwards leads away for the Wolves with 20. They've gotten 10 each from Randall and Reed, but many contributing for the Timberwolves. They played 10, all 10 have scored on a night when they have owned this one really from the outset. Thunder led 4-0, but once the Wolves caught them and passed them at 8-4, that was it. Wolves shoot at the basket to my left. Thunder will have the ball to begin the fourth as they won the opening tip. Game 4 coming Monday here. Conley in the backcourt is guarded by Isaiah Joe. Thunder with some token full court pressure as Conley navigates across the timeline. The lefty pounds a left-hand dribble, feeds a high post. Gobert comes back to get it. Conley swooping and bounce feeding Gobert, driving and kicking right corner to Randall. Pump fakes Dub, who closes. 5 to shoot. Randall backing, arcs a right baseline bank shot, no good. Gobert tips a rebound. Joe saves it, then he throws it off of Holmgren. It's off the body of Gobert out of bounds as that was kind of button. Who has the button? OKC hustling twice to save the missed shot and coming up with possession. They've outscored the Wolves in the third quarter by an average of 14 a game in this series. We'll see if that trend holds here. Dort on the handle to Dub near midcourt. Edwards on him. Dort screens. Dub down the lane. Stripped to the ball. No reach-in foul called. Gobert's got the loose ball, giving to Conley. That's the Thunder's 11th turnover. Conley right wing, steps behind a Gobert moving pick. Arcs an underguarded three-pointer that's no good, but McDaniels outfights Shea for the loose ball. That's a trend that has got to reverse itself if the Thunder are going to make their presence known at all in Game 3. Gobert high post right. Bad pass by Edwards, stolen by Holmgren. Shea up the middle. Steps back, fires. It's for 3 straight away. Looks good, it is. Cha-ching of Thunder money ball. Shea's second arced tray of Game 3 has a dozen now on the night, and it's 72-44. Thunder been down by as many as 35. Down 28 now, a minute into the third. Edwards back of a Gobert moving pick, swooping down the lane, kicks in the left corner to Randall, up the sideline Conley, right wing McDaniels open. Excellent ball movement. McDaniels on the 3 short. Dort clears, gives in the backcourt to J-Dub. Dub across the timeline. Gets a Holmgren pick. Conley on him on a switch. Dub kicks out right wing to Joe, driving in the paint for a fadeaway rainbow 13-foot jumper that's a beauty. So Isaiah Joe scores his first bucket of Game 3. Thunder have scored 5 consecutive points, actually 8 consecutive points. Back to the second quarter, trailing 72-46. Randall blows by Dub, challenging Holmgren, lays it up and lays it in. A power left-hand drive. Randall has a dozen in the game now. That's a straight line burst by Dub. A breakdown defensively. 74-46. Holmgren working right wing on McDaniel. Retreats. Drives left in traffic. Reached in on a foul by either McDaniel or Edwards. Josh Tibbin blows the whistle, side out Thunder as the crowd moans and the Wolves complain. They've done a ton of that in this series. 14 to shoot with 9:56 left in the third. Thunder in a gaping hole trying to climb their way out. 74-46. Shea giving the ball off the inbound. McDaniels on him. Holmgren screens high. Shea drives behind him and throws it away. Thought Holmgren was popping to the wing. The pass, I think, was deflected by Minnesota, and they are calling it Thunder possession. But they may reverse that, as there's a conference right now. Apparently it was deflected. 8 on the shot clock. Double inbound. Thunder have got to go quickly here, down 28. Dub looks, gets it into Holmgren out front, handing to Shea. 6 seconds on the clock. Shea straight away. 4 seconds. Whips it inside to Holmgren, to the rim, bumped by Randall, knocks down a 5-footer and gets a bang for his bucket with 1.9 on the shot clock. Well done on a dive cut, screen and roll. Then delivery by SJ for his 5th assist. So Holmgren at the line looking to become the Thunder's 3rd double-figure point man. He has 9 points in his return to Minnesota. 9:44 left in the third. OKC in comeback mode, down 26 in Game 3. Holmgren, 2 of 2 at the line, eyes the rim. Dip, shoots, swishes. Thunder from the line are 12 of 14 in this one. They're on an extended 11-2 run to trail by 25. Conley against Gobert's running interference, or behind Gobert's running interference. High post left enters to Randall. Randall sizing up Dub, drives to the foul line, backing down, draws a double, kicks in the corner to McDaniels. To the dribble on Shea, backs him down low left, pushing off, fades. Baseline 15-foot jumper, no good, rebound Dub. Side set defender, Gobert is down, it's 5-on-4. Dub to the trailing Dort. Steps into an angle right three-pointer that's online and in there. Cha-ching, a Thunder money ball. Oklahoma City now down 22, 74-52. 9:15 left in the third quarter. The Timberwolves burned a timeout. OKC showing signs of life on an extended 14-2 run over the game's last 3 minutes and 6 seconds. We'll take time at the 9:15 mark of the third quarter. OKC down 22. This is Thunder basketball.
What if you could make your energy dollars go further this summer? Switch to OG&E Smart Hours and pay nearly half price for electricity for 19 hours every weekday and all weekend long. So go ahead, bake an extra batch, stream another episode, and make your evenings cooler. Just switch your energy use to the 19 daily Smart Hours to help the grid, the environment, and your wallet. Sign up today to receive nearly half-priced electricity at oge.com/smarthours.
MidFirst Bank is proud to be the official bank of the Oklahoma City Thunder and the exclusive provider of the Thunder and Rumble debit cards. As the largest privately owned bank in the nation, MidFirst Bank has the strength, stability, and expertise to help you prepare for the now and the future. So, no matter where your financial journey takes you, MidFirst Bank is the partner to help you get there. MidFirst Bank, true to you. Member FDIC.
At Brahms, we offer more than just burgers, shakes, and fries. We have an entire fresh market for your everyday grocery needs, from farm fresh milk to meats, freshly baked breads, and produce. We also carry a wide variety of our premium ice cream, frozen yogurt, and sherbet. And with Brahms delivery trucks running 7 days a week, our items are always fresh. Stop by your neighborhood Brahms Fresh Market for an incredibly fast, incredibly convenient grocery shopping experience, so you can spend more time on things that matter most.
Beats and Bites Festival is back again at Riverwind Casino, where good grooves and great food are on tap all summer long. Kicking off on June 14th with Josh Turner and Edwin McCain, along with crave-worthy eats from local food trucks. There's something for everyone. Get your tickets online or at the box office for just $10. Only at Riverwind Casino.
Welcome back. It took Oklahoma City 10.5 minutes of the second quarter to make their fourth field goal. They've already been a perfect 4 of 4 here in the first 2.5 minutes of the third quarter as they've cut Minnesota's lead down to 22. Let's send you back to Minnesota. Here's Matt Pinto.
And the Wolves are 1 of 5 with a turnover to begin this third quarter. Thus, the quick timeout by Chris Finch, wanting to reverse a trend that has existed series long, and the Thunder pouncing on that, coming out of the locker room, carving into what was a 35-point deficit within 22 as play is about to resume. The Western Conference Finals have arrived, which means there's all new gear in the Thunder shop. Get loud for the Thunder postseason with the latest playoff styles at the official Thunder shop at Paycom Center or online at okcthunder.com/shop. So the Isaiah Joe insertion into the starting five to begin the second half has paid dividends. Joe has a bucket, and the Thunder spacing the floor effectively have knocked down a couple of threes in the third. It remains Joe, SGA, Holmgren, Dort, and Dub. Thunder have not gone with this combination in this series, but always have to be adaptable. Every game takes on its own life form in the playoffs. 9:15 left in the third. Thunder quickly cutting into the 35-point deficit, down 22 as Conley speed dribbles across the timeline, now centers himself, back of a Randall pick that jars Joe, no call. Edwards on the dribble weave fed the ball, swoops left on Holmgren. Bounce feeds left corner McDaniels, catch shoot three is up and good, that's a big shot. Jaden McDaniels laces the Wolves' 10th three of this game. He's got 7 points. 77-52, Shea straight away. Weaving to the foul line, leaps and leans, his floated 13-foot jumper no good. Rebound fought for, Shea can't corral it, and that was not a good shot by Gilgeous-Alexander at all over the outstretched hand of a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year in Gobert. Gilgeous-Alexander 4 of 12 tonight. Wolves look to reestablish command up 25 with 8:38 left in the third. Conley. Harris by Joe, bounce feeds straight away to Gobert, bad pass, Gobert nearly lost it, now Conley nearly loses it, already used his dribble, that's a double dribble, they don't call it. John Gobel's looking at it, 3 seconds left on the clock. Conley drives left, pump fakes, Holmgren lays it up, no good, Holmgren clears. Dishing to Dub, down the lane on Edwards. Fans out to the wing, lobs cross court left to Joe. Isaiah pump fakes, grabbed by Conley, no whistle, sets up Dort for a long angle left three-pointer that's short. Wow, I can't believe the missed calls in that sequence. Edwards has the missed shot. Randall got away with a travel right in front of John Gobel. Sizing up Holmgren, loses the dribble, retrieves it along the sideline, 10 to shoot. Barreling and kicking to Edwards. One-on-one on Joe. Top of the key 6 to shoot behind the back dribbles. Draws 2, drives baseline, up and under, spins a layup up and in. That can't happen. Cannot allow an offensive player to swoop by 3 defenders. Thunder back down 27. Joe, right wing 3 in transition, way short. Conley has a miss. The Wolves reestablishing command with 7.5 to play third quarter. Edwards fed backdoor by Conley. Leans in, missed the layup. Gobert there to grab the miss and dunk. Minnesota back up 29. Thunder just lacking the focus to hang in game 3. Dub angling right on the dribble. 7-0 Minnesota answer to the Thunder's initial burst. Dub steps back. It's called for an offensive foul on Conley. Are you kidding me, Curtis Blair? What a weak call. My goodness. Contact as Dub tried to separate himself from Conley. Not an extended arm, and Curtis Blair buys into the fan raucous nature at target center. That's weak. 81-52 Wolves. Holmgren out. Hartenstein back in. Minnesota surviving the first 5 minutes of the third quarter as the Thunder came out breathing fire, but it's abating. 8 of 27 Thunder three-point shooting, 29% in game 3. Edwards left wing. Skips the ball, cross court right to Conley, back to Edwards between the rings. Edwards, back of a Gobert pick, pulls up, fires, long angle right three-pointer is good. Edwards, 5 big points in this burst. He has 25 on the night. 84-52, the Wolves back up 32. They push back by 10 as Joe drives left, contained by Conley, nearly loses the ball. Then he's knocked down and fouled by Edwards. Anthony Edwards picks up his first foul in game 3. That tells you plenty. Edwards' first foul. Minnesota on a 10-0 run as the crowd's loving this at target center. Yeah, grab of Joe, and they're arguing there's no foul call there. He's flung to the floor. Minnesota's third team foul in the third quarter. Thunder yet to commit one. 6:41 left in the frame. All Wolves. They've just flat dominated every facet of game 3 as Shea splits a double, hooks the ball left corner to Dub, up the sideline to Joe open. The left wing three-pointer is on the way, in and out, no good. Thunder struggles continue from distance. They're 8 of 29 as Joe's 0 of 4. Randall has the loose ball. Backing Shea, high post, spins, comes baseline, goes glass, missed the banker of 12, but a foul coming on SGA. He breathed on Randall. How dare he? 6:22 left third quarter. Fouls on Shea, his second. It'll be side out Minnesota. Credit the Timberwolves tonight. They're leading by 32, but this crew is absolutely abysmal. And when I saw who was assigned this game this morning, I shuddered. And they're absolutely living up to their true form. Randall to the free throw line where he's 2 of 2. I'm shocked that that's a shooting foul, but whatever. 85-52, Timberwolves restaking themselves to an extraordinarily sizable 33-point lead in game 3. 6:22 left. Thunder had gotten within 22 with 9:15 left this quarter, but since that time, their hopes of a major comeback have dissolved. Minnesota by 34 as Randall hits both. He has 14 points. Gilgeous-Alexander limited to 12 in this game on 4 of 12 shooting. Bounce feeds to Joe. Isaiah inside a 2-3 zone. Can't wriggle free. Dub fed, blasting baseline, dunks with 2 hands. And that's tonight. Boomerang Diner, boom of the game. J-Dub bursting baseline, now has 13. Thunder down 32. Midway through quarter number 3. Conley lobbing backdoor to McDaniels, catching. He's in traffic. Nearly coughed it up. Now he does, but the ball's knocked out of bounds by Lou Dort. Thunder swarming McDaniels on a lob feed over the top. But the Timberwolves, to their credit, have committed 5 turnovers in this game against the Thunder's standardly disruptive defense. It has not been so tonight. Minnesota humming along at 54% shooting overall, 48% on three-pointers in game 3. 32 points, their advantage. Gobert off the inbound right sideline, feeding Edwards. Driving to the wing on Dub, 7 to shoot, backing down now. Draws a double from Shea, 5 to shoot. Out front, McDaniels open, snaps off an angle left three-pointer and buries it. McDaniels twice out of double teams of Edwards has drained threes in the quarter. He has 10 points. 89-54 Minnesota, matching their largest lead. Shea left baseline, draws 2 defenders, slices, flips the ball up on Randall and gets to the free throw line because Julius Randle knocked him down with his 3rd personal. Shea to the foul line for attempts 3 and 4 tonight. Been a rough go for him and his entire Thunder squad. He's 4 of 12 shooting, 2 of 5 on threes. He has 12 points with 6 assists, 2 rebounds, but also 4 turnovers. It's a 15-2 Minnesota run. Shea's foul shot cuts into that by 1. Thunder limited to 34% shooting in Game 3. The Wolves at 55% shooting. Absolute domination by Minnesota at the target center. They have been on target and then some. Shea hits both. Wolves 89, the Thunder 56. The night began with a thud, and it's gotten no better. Wiggins guards Conley as Aaron's in off the bench. Conley whips the ball right wing to Randall, back of a Gobert pick. Always moving, not called tonight. Randall steps back, fires an angle right three that he hits. Why not? Wolves have made 13 threes in 25 tries, giving the Thunder something to think about the rest of this series. Shea kicks out right wing to Dub, closed out by Edwards. Had initially a three, but the pass was off target. Dub retreats. Hartenstein screens. Dub behind it. Swoops into the paint. Elevates on a fadeaway 13-foot jumper. Blocked by Gobert. A room service shot served up to Rudy. 92-56. Edwards on the loose ball crossing over. Steps back, fires the three on Wiggins. It's on line short. And we have a foul called on Edwards for pushing off. Anthony has his second. That's not a team foul. It is a turnover. The Wolves' 6th. Minnesota has a total. That's a clear push off with the entire right arm. 92-56 Minnesota humming along here. Thunder sounded a horn of comeback to begin the quarter, but it is quickly abated. Gilgeous-Alexander on the handle, right to left. Behind the back dribbles away from Conley. Comes to the foul line. Elevates. Double clutches. Misses a 15-foot jumper. Conley got away with a reach-in foul. Edwards has the miss. Anthony draws two. Sets up Randall straight away on Shea. Grinds his way in the lane for a pull-up 13-foot stroke that he hits. So Randall back on track. 7 of 12 shooting for 17. Timeout Thunder. Minnesota leads it 94-56. The lead swells to 38. 4:25 left in the third quarter. This is Thunder basketball.
At Brahms, we offer more than just burgers, shakes, and fries. We have an entire fresh market for your everyday grocery needs, from farm fresh milk to meats, freshly baked breads, and produce. We also carry a wide variety of our premium ice cream, frozen yogurt, and sherbet. And with Brahms delivery trucks running 7 days a week, our items are always fresh. Stop by your neighborhood Brahms Fresh Market for an incredibly fast, incredibly convenient grocery shopping experience, so you can spend more time on things that matter most.
Thunder fans, the Thunder are playing excellent basketball, and MidFirst Bank has a great way for you to show our All-Stars your support. Score $200 and a Thunder or Rumble debit card when you open a new MidFirst checking account. Use your $200 to buy fan gear or MVP-worthy apparel. Bank like a champion with the official bank of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Learn more today at midfirst.com/thunderup. Member FDIC.
Big wins are blooming across Riverwind Casino.
And the jackpots have never been sweeter.
Go all in on your favorite table games.
Hedge your bets on the biggest wins and unbeatable entertainment. Use your wild card for the best perks and the top rewards.
And play for your share of the $100,000 Lucky May Days giveaway. Win with the best.
And we'll see you at Riverwind.
With Mazzio's Mix and Maz, it's easy to get the things you love for the price you like. Choose from medium one-topping pizzas, 8-piece boneless chicken wings, loaded cheese dippers, fresh chef salad, and the delicious brookie dessert. Pay just $7.99 each when you buy 2 or more. Pizza, chicken wings, salad, cheese dippers, and dessert. Mix and Maz your way to your favorite flavor combo today. Just $7.99 each at participating locations and for a limited time only. Order now at Mazzios.com.
Welcome back. Over in the Eastern Conference Finals, the Indiana Pacers have taken a 2-0 lead over New York, winning both games on the road, including last night's 114-109 win. Pascal Siakam led the way with 39 points, while Jalen Brunson scored 36 in a losing effort. The Pacers are having a top 20 shooting percentage playoff run all time. Game 3 is at Indiana tomorrow. Here's Matt Pinto.
Go stay on the sidelines this postseason. Join Paris Lawson and Nick Gallo on the official Thunder Basketball Universe podcast presented by Summer Moon Coffee for exclusive coverage of your favorite team. Get free access wherever you get your podcasts, and be sure to subscribe so you never miss a beat. Well, tonight's been a beating, and the one thing I can offer, and you know this as a Thunder fan, OKC walloped Denver by 42 points in Game 2 of that best-of-7 series, and The Nuggets were not deterred going home for Game 3. This counts 1, folks, even if it stays where it is. Timberwolves 94, the Thunder 56 with 4:25 to play. It's back to 0-0 in Game 4 Monday at 7:30 here at the Target Center. Thunder started this third quarter 4 of 4. They're 1 of 7 since, as Minnesota's answered on a 24 run since the Thunder closed within 22. They've fallen back now by 38, largest lead of Game 3 for the Timberwolves. A.J. Mitchell, Aaron Wiggins, Lou Dort, Cason Wallace, and Isaiah Hartenstein, the 5 for the Thunder. Ihart whips it back door intended for Wallace. Not a good pass. There was nothing there. It's jammed out of bounds by Anthony Edwards. Edwards brought energy and fight from the outside. He has 25 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists in this game. Edwards also has come up with a pair of steals. The Wolves have 5 steals, forcing 12 Thunder turnovers for 16 points. Wallace, slot left to Wiggins to the baseline. Elevates and fires on Gobert errantly from 18. Loose ball back tap by Hartenstein, run down by Dort, who's knocked off the ball by Edwards, no repercussion, and Alexander Walker's on it. Horrific crew tonight, as bad as it gets on this level. Alexander Walker at midcourt, pestered by Wallace. Right wing to Edwards, snaking baseline. Whips the ball out front to Alexander Walker, catching on Wallace, pulls up, fires. The angle right three-pointer looks good and is. How about Minnesota with 14 threes in 26 tries? Alexander Walker becomes their 5th double-figure point man with 10 off the bench. Wolves by 41, 97-56. 3:30 left in the third. Mitchell out front, pestered by Edwards, pulls up right of the paint, strokes a 15-foot jumper astray. Gobert has the miss, Thunder down to 32% shooting. McDaniels attacking, comes baseline right, floats it up, leaves it short from 5 on Wiggins. Hartenstein gathers his 5th rebound and gives in the backcourt to Wiggins. Aaron across the timeline, picked up by McDaniels. Crossing over, snaking to the foul line. Down the lane, kicks right corner, Dort. Catch and shoot rainbow 3 is up and in. Lou's made his 2nd 3 of Game 4. He has 6 points, and it's 97-59. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. The Timberwolves laid claim to this game early, and they have not relented. Edwards picked up by Dort, whips the ball right wing to Gobert, traveled without a whistle, sliding his pivot foot all over the place. Edwards from the right hash fires a 3 and hits it. Enjoy this, guys. Back to square one on Monday as Edwards plays the crowd. He's got 28 points, 10 rebounds. It's 159. Right baseline Wiggins. Against his own, lobs up top to Mitchell. Driving and kicking to Hartenstein for push shot in the paint. That's in and out from 12. Gobert clears. All Minnesota's way in Game 3. Alexander Walker crossing the timeline off the outlet. Gives the ball to Reed. Cranks at angle left three-pointer that's on the way, no good. Hartenstein clears, giving the backcourt to Wallace with 2:15 left in the third. Thunder down 41. Wallace slashing left on Reed, knocked down by Reed, and Reed called for a foul. It'll be his 4th. And that's the penalty situation. Free throws coming for Cason Wallace, who's scoreless in Game 3. 1 rebound, 1 assist in 15 minutes. Well, being honest, the Thunder did not bring the requisite focus and energy necessary against a Timberwolves team that was desperate. And the end result of that is what we're seeing. But you have to credit the team that was down. They were down 0-2 in this series. Neither of the first 2 games particularly close. They lost them both by double digits. But they summoned the resolve back of this home crowd to get on the board in this series, barring something miraculous in this fourth quarter from the Thunder. Wallace's first foul shot is good. Thunder have converted now 15 of 17 free throws in Game 3. Dylan Jones, Kenrich Williams readying to enter. Shea Will does. Terrence Shannon and Dante DiVincenzo in for the Wolves, sitting down Reed and McDaniels with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the third quarter to a standing ovation. And these fans should be proud of this team, the way they've risen up tonight. 160. Wallace's second foul shot is good. Gobert stays in, as does Edwards. Edwards has 28 points. He had 32 in Game 2 after 18 in Game 1. Edwards, second team All-NBA, is announced yesterday. Works to the top and fires a 3 straight away. That's a brick. McDaniels has the miss away from Mitchell. Right wing, DiVincenzo open, strokes a 3 and hits. So the Wolves couldn't make many threes the first 2 games, but they knocked down 16 of 30 in Game 3, 53%. Wiggins spins away from Edwards down the lane, lays it up and in on Gobert. Good move by Aaron Wiggins for his second bucket of Game 3. It's 103-63. Minnesota up 40 with 1:30 left in the third quarter. DiVincenzo angling left on the dribble weave to Edwards. Dancing back of a Gobert pick, shuttling right. Steps away, fires the angle right 21-foot stroke is pure. He's knocked down 12 of 17 shots, has 30 in 30 minutes. Timeout Thunder. 1:21 left third quarter. The Timberwolves lead it by 42, 105-63. This is Thunder basketball.
With Mazzio's Mix and Maz, it's easy to get the things you love for the price you like. Choose from medium one-topping pizzas, 8-piece boneless chicken wings, loaded cheese dippers, fresh chef salad, and the delicious brookie dessert. Pay just $7.99 each when you buy 2 or more. Pizza, chicken wings, salad, cheese dippers, and dessert. Mix and Maz your way to your favorite flavor combo today. Just $7.99 each at participating locations and for a limited time only. Order now at Mazzios.com.
This is the first third quarter that will be won by Minnesota in this series as they've dominated every facet of Game 3. Led 34-14 after one, outscored the Thunder 38-27 in the second and 33-22 here in the third. It means the Wolves, who've led by as many as 42, are up 42 right now with 1:21 left in the third quarter, burying 7 of 11 third quarter three-point shots. Timberwolves were 4-1 at home in the playoffs entering Game 3 tonight, and they flexed considerable muscle at the Thunder's expense. They're 13 minutes and 21 game seconds away from getting on the board in this series, down 0-2. Looking for win number 1, knowing they'll host Game 4 Monday at 7:30 here. Gobert stays in, as does DiVincenzo, Conley, Terrence Shannon Jr., Nickeil Alexander-Walker from Minnesota, along with DiVincenzo. Dylan Jones in for the Thunder, out top to Jay Will, pump faking. Kicks to Dylan Jones open. His right side angle three-pointer is up and good. So the rookie knocks down a 3 off the bench. 105-66. Jones playing for the 6th time in this playoff run, averaging just 2 a game in limited minutes. 105-66. Kenrich Williams is on Alexander Walker. Dishing inside to DiVincenzo, lobbing to Gobert for the right-hand dunk. Timberwolves outscoring the Thunder inside 38-20 in this game. Wiggins up top, whips the ball left wing to Jay Will. Bad pass stolen by DiVincenzo, but Wiggins gets it back at midcourt. And then Jay Will throws it away. Dylan Jones scraps to get it back and does. Dishing to Wiggins 2-on-1. Alley-ooping to Kenrich Williams, catching and laying it in transition. 107-68. A dominant Thunder overall games 1 and 2 performance, giving way to what's going on tonight in Game 3. Alexander Walker driving left into a double team, got away with the travel, throws it away. Mitchell to steal on a kick out. AJ dumping it inside to Kenrich Williams, streaking the other way for the layup. Back-to-back Kenrich Williams layups makes it 107-70 with 19.1 left in the third quarter. Shot clock off. Last shot time for the Wolves as Gobert lays an elbow into Kenrich Williams. A moving screen not called right in front of Curtis Blair. Alexander Walker straight away. Gobert has played with 2 fouls tonight. Alexander Walker pulls up, launches an angle left three-pointer, an air ball by 2 feet out of bounds. 1.6 left in the third quarter. Gives it back to the Thunder in a 107-70 Minnesota celebration. Jay Will gets it up the left sideline to Wiggins, firing a 60-footer, one end to the other, that he misses off the backboard, no good. Timberwolves by 37 after 3 in Game 3. We'll get to the fourth quarter next. This is Thunder basketball.
If you've been injured in a car accident and need the concierge medical care you deserve, then you need Impact MD Accident Care. We'll get you back to the life you had before the accident with no out-of-pocket expense to you. And with 6 locations across OKC and statewide, there's bound to be an Impact MD near you. Call us anytime 24/7 at 405-483-3075 or visit ImpactMD.com. Impact MD is a proud partner of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
What if you could make your energy dollars go further this summer? Switch to OG&E Smart Hours and pay nearly half price for electricity for 19 hours every weekday and all weekend long. So go ahead, bake an extra batch, stream another episode, and make your evenings cooler. Just switch your energy use to the 19 daily Smart Hours to help the grid, the environment, and your wallet. Sign up today to receive nearly half-priced electricity at OGE.com/Smart Hours.
Whether watching your favorite team play or getting through the day, clear vision is important. For 50 years, the doctors at the nationally ranked Dean McGee Eye Institute have been committed to helping Oklahomans achieve their best possible vision. From regular eye exams to LASIK to cataract surgery, Dean McGee is the one source for all your eye care needs. So let the professional eye care provider of the OKC Thunder help you see more clearly. For an appointment at one of Dean McGee's 5 locations, visit dmei.org. Dean McGee Eye Institute. Vision for life.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Welcome back. The Oklahoma City Thunder started the third quarter 11-2 in the first 3 minutes, ended the quarter 7-2 in the final minute. In the middle 8 minutes, Minnesota outscores them 31-11. Let's send you back to Minnesota. Here's Matt Pinto.
Join the Thunder Reading Challenge presented by American Fidelity. The challenge tips off June 1st when kindergarten through 5th grade students are encouraged to read 20 minutes a day for the month of June for a chance to win a Thunder prize pack and be eligible to win a Thunder jersey. Register at okcthunder.com/reading challenge. Well, the Timberwolves brought extraordinary blowtorch energy from the outset of Game 3, and the Thunder have not had the response that would have been necessary to challenge Minnesota on the road in Game 3. We're a quarter away from this series being 2-1 Thunder, as the T-Wolves are on the brink of getting on the board in this best-of-7 Western Conference Finals. Minnesota at 56% shooting tonight, Thunder 36% from the field. T-Wolves have made 52% of their threes, 16-31. Outscored the Thunder in the paint, 38-24, dominating the third game. 14 3 and second chance points. And their bench has risen in this game with 35 points total. Edwards has 30 points in 30 minutes. Randall 19, getting back on the beam. McDaniels 10 among starters and 10 each off the bench from Reed and Alexander Walker. Thunderball to begin the fourth in Minneapolis. Jay Will on an exchange to A.J. Mitchell that goes astray, but Mitchell recovers a bad shovel from Jay Will. A.J. doubled on the perimeter by Reed and Alexander Walker, giving to Kendrick Williams. Thought Joe was cutting backdoor, had a layup, had he, but he hung out on the baseline, and the ball sails out of bounds as the Thunder's 14th turnover. Not pretty from the Thunder standpoint in Game 3 on any level. Mitchell, Kenrich Williams, Jay Will, Aaron Wiggins, and Isaiah Joe for the Thunder against Alexander Walker, Reed, Randall, Shannon, and DiVincenzo. Chris Finch taking no chances. Has his core out there with the exception of the rookie Shannon. Blasting right to left across the lane. Hooks the pass to Randall in the corner. And on that pass, Wiggins reached in and commits a foul. 107-70, Minnesota up. A game in which they've led by as many as 42. DiVincenzo to inbound to his former Knicks teammate, Randall, high post left. Randall gives the ball to Reed, who swoops out front. Barrels left, lays it up in traffic. Joe blocks the shot. It's off of Reed out of bounds. So Naz Reid has certainly recovered from a tough 2 games in Oklahoma City, making 4 of 6 shots in this game, has 6 rebounds and 10 points. He's contributed 2 of the Wolves' 16 made 3-pointers, a series high for Minnesota. Mitchell against the zone, driving left, comes baseline and hooks the ball out front to Wiggins. Up top, Jay Wilfed fires an angle left 3-pointer that's a stray. Loose ball batted out of bounds by A.J. Mitchell. Thunder on the flip side have made only 30% of their 3-pointers on this night, 10 of 33. 107-70 T-Wolves. Thunder dug themselves an early, sizable hole, down 34-14 after 1, and they've never recovered. Alexander Walker pounds a dribble out front, giving to Randall. Angling right on the dribble, a step on Kenrich Williams, drives and kicks to DiVincenzo. Shovels to Randall, slot left, 5 to shoot. Burrowing right. Steps away one-legged, fires a 16-footer straight away that he banks in. It's that kind of night for the Timberwolves. Randall 8 of 13, shooting has 21. 10:30 left, 109-70. Mitchell slicing right on Randall, lobs right corner to Wiggins. Catch and shoot 3 is on the way short. Reed clears on the backboard. Timberwolves 39, the Thunder 23. DiVincenzo handles and kicks to the trailing Randall for a 30-foot 3-pointer straightaway that he buries. And Minnesota celebrating, laughing, up 112-70. Randall with 24 in 29 minutes. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. Jay Will left wing drives and wraps down the feet inside to Mitchell, who settles in a 3-footer. AJ's first bucket comes with 9:55 left in the fourth quarter. Thunder lost a game in this building in the regular season in which they never led, 116-101, but tonight's been worse, 112-72. Out front, Randall. Jab steps. Jay Will on it. Isolated top. He whips the ball right wing to Reed. Closed out by Kenrich Williams. On the shot clock is 5 as Randall plows right. Steps back. Right wing rainbow 3 is up and off. That was well defended. Jay Will has a miss. Giving to Wiggins. Driving by Randall. Kicks to the trailing Jay Will. Corner right, Mitchell. Open. Strokes a three-pointer that's online and in there. That rattles down the Thunder's 11th made three-pointer tonight. 112-75 with 9:15 to play. Game 4 coming Monday. The every other day sequence of events will set us up for a Game 4 with Thunder up 2-1. Shannon fed, right corner, unguarded, launches a 3 and makes it 18 Timberwolves trays. Thunder defense has been nowhere in sight at critical moments of Game 3 as Randall will check out after deliberately fouling Mitchell in the backcourt. Randall gets a standing ovation with 24 points, 4 rebounds and 3 assists in 30 minutes. Thunder finding little success in any area of this third game. They've got to find a way to wipe the slate clean and get back to work, preparing for Game 4 2 nights from now. They trail the game 115-75. High post right, Jay Will. Looking to hand it to Joe. Isaiah Fed fires the right wing three-pointer in and out, no good. Rebound clamped inside by Jalen Clark, who's checked in. The rookie from UCLA has his first board of Game 3. Timberwolves the ball in a lead of 115-75. Reed fed left wing. Gonna bang on Wiggins, backs him down, bounce feeds inside to Alexander Walker. Missed the left-hand layup, but on his pogo stick, grabs the loose ball and spins in the follow. Minnesota 16 second chance points on a 117-75 lead. Left baseline Mitchell dashes across the paint, pump fakes, bump going up by DiVincenzo, fires a fadeaway 5-footer that he hits in the lane, and he's hit and knocked down for an and one. Mitchell getting invaluable run here, has knocked down 3 of 6 shots. He has 7 points in 11 minutes. His previous career playoff high is 10. Did that in the Memphis series. 117-77 Timberwolves as Mitchell awaits his free throw with 8:18 to play. AJ knocks that down. Thunder split 2 on the road against Denver, winning Game 4 after losing Game 3. Well, they'll look for the same sequence of events in this series as they come back to battle Monday night. Shannon fed, right corner for another open three-pointer, leaves this one short. Joe has the rebound inside, pushing straight away. Kicks to Kenrich Williams, pump faking, drives by Shannon, down the lane, lays it up on Reed, who blocks a shot. Alexander Walker has a loose ball, barreling back. Kicks to the trailing Shannon, down the lane. Across his body floats a 3-footer that goes, and Jay Will fouls him. So the Wolves on the brink of scoring 120. They're at 119, leading 119-78 with 7:50 to play. Talk about a Saturday night celebration in Minneapolis. The Twin Cities are lit as Minnesota's on the board in this series emphatically. Shannon to the line, contributing 14 points in Game 3. He's been the X factor, knocking down 5 of 8 shots and all 3 free throws. The left-hander had his number 0 retired at Illinois as Rob Dillingham checks in, replacing Alexander Walker, so the bench being emptied by Chris Finch. T-Wolves responding in a big way to an 0-2 hole in this series. Shannon's foul shot's good, and the Wolves have 120, the Thunder 78. Dylan Jones back for the Thunder. Slot left to Jay Will open, snaps off a rainbow, angle left three-pointer, an air ball by 2 feet wide right out of bounds. 7:41 to play. Can we have running time, please? Minnesota on top by 42 as a timeout's called with 7:41 remaining. We'll take it. This is Thunder basketball.
Attention teachers, create Thunder fun in your classroom by joining the Devon Thunder Explorers program. Teach your students STEM-based lesson plans, and you can even win cash for your classroom by sharing photos each month. Enroll today by visiting okcthunder.com/explorers.
With just seconds on the clock, I'm chomping at the bit here, Frank. I'm telling you, this is a moment in basketball history to really relish in. Back at the offensive end, Ken Chupp musters up all his strength and squeezes down into the paint. He breaks through the screen, posts up with buns out, catches the ball, and order up. And he's called for the double drizzle.
Dude, just get your hot dog and let's get back to our seats.
Eat Schwab, the official hot dog of the Oklahoma City Thunder. If you've been injured in a car accident and need the concierge medical care you deserve, then you need Impact MD Accident Care. We'll get you back to the life you had before the accident with no out-of-pocket expense to you. And with 6 locations across OKC and statewide, there's bound to be an Impact MD near you. Call us anytime 24/7 at 405-483-3075 or visit ImpactMD.com. Impact MD is a proud partner of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
At Brahms, we offer more than just burgers, shakes, and fries. We have an entire fresh market for your everyday grocery needs, from farm fresh milk to meats, freshly baked breads, and produce. We also carry a wide variety of our premium ice cream, frozen yogurt, and sherbet. And with Brahms delivery trucks running 7 days a week, our items are always fresh. Stop by your neighborhood Brahms Fresh Market for an incredibly fast, incredibly convenient grocery shopping experience, so you can spend more time on things that matter most.
Welcome back. The reserve players for both teams getting some extra run in the battle of bench scoring in this game. The Wolves lead the Thunder 43-29. Terrence Shannon Jr. has actually scored more points individually than any Thunder player has while playing only 11 minutes. Let's send you back to Minnesota. Here's Matt Pinto.
Haven't done this all season, and it will be, I would anticipate, the only time it's done all season. Tonight's OG&E power play of the game is owned by the visitor, or I should say by the opponent of the Thunder, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Got to give them all the credit. This team came out intent on getting on the board in this series, and they have dominated every facet of Game 3, leading currently 120-78. OG&E, we energize life. Thunder will certainly effort to bring the necessary energy in Game 4 2 nights from now, Monday at 7:30. That game will be a swing game. Either the Thunder will be baked into a best-of-3 series as they were through 4 games against Denver in the Western semifinals, or they'll seize full command, going up 3-1 with a victory on Monday in Game 4, with Game 5 coming at home on Wednesday of next week. Right now, all Timberwolves, and they deserve all the credit in this one, leading at 120-78. And they have now officially emptied their bench as Leonard Miller is in, along with Josh Minot, Rob Dillingham, Terrence Shannon, and Jalen Clark. Against A.J. Mitchell, Dylan Jones, Isaiah Joe, Kenrich Williams, and Jay Will. Be a 7:30 tip again from the Target Center in Minneapolis. 120-78 Timberwolves. Out front, Dillingham played his college ball at Kentucky, swings it right baseline to Shannon, burrowing, tossing left corner to Minot. He wants 3, leaves it short. Joe swoops in and has the miss for the Thunder. Isaiah across the timeline, picked up by Shannon, holding between the rings. Now angles right on the dribble, down the lane swooping, lost the ball in traffic, never protected it. Shannon has the loose ball to the trailing Minot, slashing right, contested by Dylan Jones, and a foul call on Jones after what should have been a travel. Yeah, John Goebel should be mighty proud of your officiating crew, what they accomplished in this game. 120-78 the count, 7:10 left. Side out Minnesota. But officiating has nothing to do with this outcome. It's just implausible to me that the league would assign this trio of refs to a Western Conference final game of this magnitude. Deep left corner Minot, straight away to Leonard Miller, cross court right now to Shannon, crossing over on Kenrich Williams, retreats, shot clock at 8. Up top Minot, slashes left away from Jones, down the lane, lays it up right-handed, blows the bunny. Jay Will there to retrieve, is knocked down and fouled in the backcourt. Or no, they said he stepped out of bounds. So forget the fact he gets knocked down by Jalen Clark. That wouldn't be the reason he stepped out of bounds, would it? I guess not, Curtis Blair. Isaiah Joe done for the night. Will head to the sideline with 2 points, 1 of 7 shooting, 0 of 5 on threes. Fresh 24 established for the Timberwolves, who lead 120-78, 6:55 left. Dillingham dancing left corner. He is quick and an excellent shooter. Minot fed up top. Back of the pick by Leonard. Bounce feeds inside to Leonard Miller. Knocked away by Jay Will, and Dylan Jones there to claim it. That's the Wolves' 9th turnover. Jones swooping back, lays it up on the run, blows the layup. Loose ball inside, grabbed by Dillingham with 6.5 to play. Rob probes the middle in transition. Whips it left wing to Minot in a vacant lot for a 3-ball that he misses back rim. Over the shoulder rebound, comes off, and it's scooped up by Ousmane Dieng. Dieng to the right baseline. Draws two, shovels left corner, Kenrich Williams. Catch and shoot three is on the way, in and out, no good. Jones grabs a miss and lays it in. So Dylan Jones off the bench has 5 points. Every Thunder player available in game 4. A 3 is now seen action. It's 120-80, a 40-point game as Luka Garza is going to check in for the Wolves. Leonard Miller driving left to the paint, lays it in on Ousmane Dieng. An uncontested effort. 44-30 Wolves in the paint, 55% shooting in game 3, including 47% on threes. Wolves show a 2-3 zone, left baseline Dieng spinning. Lobs it cross court right to Mitchell. Burrowing to the bucket, lays it up left-handed, can't convert. Inside the rebound taken by Terrence Shannon. Wears a 0-0 here, wore a 0 at Illinois, and had that number retired this offseason. Down the lane burst Leonard Miller, straight to the bucket for the left-hand layup. Minnesota 124, the Thunder 80. Timberwolves led by 20 after 1, and this one's never been close. Kenrich Williams top of the key. Crossing over, blows by Minot. Down the lane, spins home the driving right-hand layup. So Kenrich has 6 points off the bench in 9 game minutes. 124-82 T-Wolves, 5:15 to play. Thunder wallowing under 40% at 36.5. Deep left corner Clark. Shuttles inside on Jay Will and powers home a driving right-hand layup. Timberwolves with 126 points against the number 1 defense, both in the regular and postseason, as Mark Daignault calls a timeout. 5:06 left in game 3. The verdict long since decided. Timberwolves 126, the Thunder 82. This is Thunder basketball.
Taco Bueno is the official taco of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and we've got a win for your taste buds. We're celebrating every Thunder playoff game with a free taco the day after. That's right, a free taco. Just mention your Thunder taco and enjoy a crispy beef or soft taco on us. No coupon necessary. It's our way of saying thanks for cheering loudly. Celebrate the playoffs the Bueno way. Only at Taco Bueno.
What if you could make your energy dollars go further this summer? Switch to OG&E Smart Hours and pay nearly half price for electricity for 19 hours every weekday and all weekend long. So go ahead, bake an extra batch, stream another episode, and make your evenings cooler. Just switch your energy use to the 19 daily Smart Hours to help the grid, the environment, and your wallet. Sign up today to receive nearly half-priced electricity at OGE.com/smarthours.
With Mazzio's Mix and Maz, it's easy to get the things you love for the price you like. Choose from medium one-topping pizzas, 8-piece boneless chicken wings, loaded cheese dippers, fresh chef salad, and the delicious brookie dessert. Pay just $7.99 each when you buy 2 or more. Pizza, chicken wings, salad, cheese dippers, and dessert. Mix and Maz your way to your favorite flavor combo today. Just $7.99 each at participating locations and for a limited time only. Order now at Mazzios.com.
Whether watching your favorite team play or getting through the day, clear vision is important. For 50 years, the doctors at the nationally ranked Dean McGee Eye Institute have been committed to helping Oklahomans achieve their best possible vision. From regular eye exams to LASIK to cataract surgery, Dean McGee is the one source for all your eye care needs. So let the professional eye care provider of the OKC Thunder help you see more clearly. For an appointment at one of Dean McGee's 5 locations, visit dmei.org. Dean McGee Eye Institute. Vision for life.
Welcome back. Over in the Eastern Conference Finals, the Indiana Pacers also have a 2-0 lead. They won both games on New York's home floor, including last night's 114-109 victory over the Knicks. Pascal Siakam led the way with 39 points. Jalen Brunson scored 36 in a losing effort. Game 3 is in Indiana tomorrow. Here's Matt Pinto.
Looking for a place to watch Thunder playoff basketball? Even more opportunities to watch with us. The game's always on at Thunder Watch Zones, presented by Michelob Ultra. Find a watch zone near you at OKCThunder.com/Bar Network. Well, this series will have at least 5 games in it. The Timberwolves have assured that as they've routed the Thunder in Game 3, up 126-82, winning every quarter decisively. 34-14 in the first, 38-27 in the second, 35-29 in the third, and 19-12 thus far in the fourth. They've led by as many as 44 with 5:06 left. So Game 4 looms Monday at 7:30. And I'm sure the Thunder, who are always about problem solving, learning and applying that learning, will regather themselves, get grounded. They answered every challenge against Denver in the Western semifinals. And I have very little doubt they'll answer this challenge and come back with ferocity on Monday night. Credit the Timberwolves. They're on the board in this series, down 2-1. But OKC, will bring a professional pride, will, and tenacity to game 4 to look to go up 3-1. Jay Will bombs a straightaway 3 by the Thunder off the timeout, misses badly. Jalen Clark has the rebound for the Wolves with 4:45 to play. Is in the backcourt, Kenrich Williams entangled with Clark is called for a foul. K-Rich picking up the personal, his first, and that's the Thunder's 4th team foul. So the next one against OKC results in free throws. 126-82. Mitchell, Jang, Jay Will, Dylan Jones, and Kenrich Williams for Oklahoma City against Leonard Miller, Rob Dillingham, Luka Garza, Josh Minot, and Jalen Clark. Right wing 3 by Rob Dillingham is errant of the rim. Air ball from 26 feet away. Despite that miss, Minnesota's 18 of 38 on threes, 47% in game 3. Slashing right, Mitchell lays it up across his body on Garza and banks home a strong, powerful right-hand layup, giving him 10 points, matching his playoff career high. Down the lane, Dillingham pushing off, lost the ball going up, and they call a foul on Mitchell. Why not? 4:18 left. The need of scratching an itch by Josh Tibbin is accomplished as Dillingham goes to the foul line in a 42-point game. Rob Dillingham playing through injury entering the playoffs. The 8th overall pick by San Antonio in the draft out of Kentucky. He's a water bug at 6'1", about 170, so he's slightly built but quick. They secured his rights through a trade on draft night, June 26th. The Hickory, North Carolina native, a 20-year-old, makes 1 of 2. The second free throw off the back of the rim tumbles into the hands of Leonard Miller. Down the lane, Dillingham, no-look feeds inside to Garza for the layup. Rob Dillingham, a nifty setup for the Wolves' 28th assist in game 3. Thunder have 17. 129-84. 4 minutes left. Dylan Jones between the rings. Feeds to a cutting Mitchell out front. AJ back of a Jay Will pick. Swooping to the foul line, leans in and floats a runner that's in there from 12 feet away. So AJ Mitchell has played well when called on prior to his injury. Has a dozen now in 15 minutes in game 3. I wonder if that might influence him getting minutes in the rotation Monday. We'll see. Right baseline, Dillingham drives and kicks out front to Miller. Leonard travel, trying to avoid the on-rushing Dylan Jones. That's the 10th Minnesota turnover, but turnovers were a factor when this game was being determined. OKC came out and coughed it up 7 times in the opening quarter, fueling the Timberwolves to a 34-14 lead after 1. Thunder never recovered after falling into that gaping hole. 129-86 with 3:25 left. Kenrich Williams left wing. Crossing over twice on the dribble, spins in the paint, leans in, floats a right-hander that he hits from 5 feet out. So Kenrich Williams able to burrow his way to the bucket. He has 8 points, matching his playoff career high. 129-88. Thunder beat this team 114-88 in game 1. Lob feed inside, Garza intending it for Leonard Mitchell. Tipped out of bounds by Dylan Jones with 3:06 left. Right now the Thunder are talking on their bench. SGA, J-Dub, Aaron Wiggins, no doubt shifting their focus to what's ahead Monday on the road. Garza left wing, off the inbound, fires and connects on the Wolves' 19th made three-pointer in game 3. Minnesota eclipsing the 130-point scoring mark, leading 132-88. Mitchell right to left across the lane, swoops, scoops, and scores it beautifully with the left hand. So Mitchell has 14 points in this game. And AJ during the regular season had a high of 17. Straightaway long 3 attempted by Minot is off as Dylan Jones plucks the carom, 2.5 to play. Dylan probes and kicks to Jang. His right side angle three-pointer in transition banked in. That's the Thunder's 12th success in 39 tries, 30% there. It's about where they're shooting in the playoffs, only 32%. Wonder if they'll have a big shooting night come Monday in game 4. Out front, Leonard Miller left to fire. He does. An angle right 3 is good. 135-93 Timberwolves. 2:10 left. Dylan Jones backing right wing. Out of traffic, feeds Jay Will up top. Left wing to Jang. Slicing, spinning. Can't free himself, finds Jay Will for an angle left three-pointer that's short. Dylan Jones leaps for the rebound, gathers and spins in the follow. He's got 7 points. 135-95, a 40-point difference with 140 left in game 3. Clark snaking left baseline, unguarded, lays it in, blowing by Dylan Jones for the easy layup. So the Wolves may score 140. They're up 137-95, pouring it on with 145 left. Mitchell across the timeline. Wolves at 56.5% shooting tonight. Mitchell drives and kicks. Left corner, Kendrick Williams. Behind the back dribbles. Snaking left to right across the lane. Right corner finding Mitchell for an open three-point hoist that he can't hit in and out. Rebound off to Miller. Down the lane in transition to the rim, left-handed, leaves it short. Fight for the rebound. Garza tips the ball inside to Miller for the layup. 139-95 Minnesota, up 44. 120 left. Kendrick Williams back, one-on-one on Clark. Backs him down low right. Out of traffic to Jay Will, slot left to Jang. Usman dancing on the dribble. Will crank a left wing three-pointer that he hits. That's the Thunder's 13th success in 42 tries in Game 3 with 1:05 to play. Despite an all-time playoff low for a quarter, 14 points in the first, they're on the brink of 100. Dillingham down the lane, hooks the ball to Miller, slot left. Shoveling low to Garza, one-on-one on Jay Will. Banging, backing down, 8 to shoot, drop steps and fades, one-legged 12-footer good. The Wolves have eclipsed the 140-point scoring mark in Game 3, leading 141-98. A 43-point edge with 45 seconds left. Kendrick Williams left wing, cross courts at right wing to Jones. Dillon wants 3 from the flank. Give it to him, as that's the Thunder's 14th made 3 in 43 tries. Dillon Jones off the bench has 10 points. His first double-figure playoff game. Miller back quickly, down the lane, leans in and lays it in with a driving right-hand layup. 143-101. 33.9 showing in Game 3. Kendrick Williams cross timeline. Many that paid to see this have stayed the entire night. Kendrick Williams right baseline. Backing Dillingham, lobs it out front to Jay Will. He cranks an angle left three-pointer that's in and out, no good. Rebound gathered by Clark. Shot clock off. That'll do it. Clark will dribble it out. The Minnesota Timberwolves on the board in this Western Conference Final Series against the Thunder, incurring back-to-back road losses by double digits. They administer a 42-point Game 3 shellacking of the Thunder in Game 3, trailing now by 1 victory as they will host Game 4 on Monday. The final in Game 3 at the Target Center in Minneapolis. The Timberwolves 143, the Thunder 101. The series stands 2-1 in favor of the Thunder. They'll look to regather their forces, regroup, ground themselves with focus and ferocity as they look to attack Game 4 Monday night here at 7:30 to go on top in this series 3-1. The Timberwolves, given this victory, will be battling to even the score at 2 victories apiece. So a big game coming 2 nights from tonight. Minnesota deserves all the flowers in this one as they totally shut the Thunder offense down to the tune of 40% shooting and 101 points while scoring 143 themselves in a rout. We'll come back with final numbers and thoughts from Target Center in Minneapolis next. This is Thunder Basketball.
KWPN, more WWLS, The Village, Oklahoma City, proudly serving the great state of Oklahoma.